I'm in Brooke's
Wait, 1
chair
second.
currently. Brooke's in Alex's house.
Yeah.
And I'm in Brooke's
And
walls.
Cats
And
in
you're
Brooke's
in Brooke's
walls.
I'm
Sorry.
dead, actually. I don't exist. I've
Chicken,
been dead for years.
What were you saying?
I was saying, does anybody want to hear my new favorite dirty joke?
Do it up. We're
So
live.
These three guys are going to a Comic-Con convention one day, and the hotel
That's
they're all
dirty
trying to get a
enough.
room. Yeah, Comic-Con's pretty dirty, but the hotel they want to get a room at, there's only one room available, and it's only got just the one bed. So they all decide, fuck it, let's do what we gotta do. So night they all get there.
That's right, only the one bed trope.
Yep.
That's what I'm into.
They pile in the one
Oh
bed,
god,
and
I
they all
guess
go
we
to
all
sleep.
have to suck each other's
They
dicks.
sleep all right, and they wake up, and the guy on the left side of the bed says, "Yeah, dudes, I just had the weirdest dream that I was getting the best hand job of my entire life." And the guy on the right wakes up and says, "Yo, that's weird, because I had the exact same dream." And the guy in the middle says, "Oh, well, that sounds cool. I dreamed I was skiing."
That one before. All right. Well, I sent you guys music, so hopefully you guys got that going. Great Hall ambience.
I'm rocking Darude
is a
Sandstorm
vibe.
in the background. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, great. Absolutely fuck all.
Absolutely fuck all of y'all.
Fuck it. We'll just use this Vasa, or not Vasa. We'll use this art. I can't get it to work. Sadness. Don't worry about the eyes, please.
Why? Are there 6 of them?
13, actually.
Damn.
Will, why don't you upload, like, your character art to your little icon? Wait, are you only your phone or something? He's still muted. Okay. Let's start then.
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my slightly cold basement that I'm staying in. Hope everyone's had a good week. We are back from Magic Mysterium for Saturday night's session. What's 4 in Spanish? Uno, dos, cuatros.
It's Sphere in German.
Last session, we finished second year. Finished first year. We're starting second year today. First year, we got to do a few different things. I think we didn't get to try out, so we'll have to do that sometime this year. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Let's jump back into it. Why is that? My, light is, flickering. It's fucking with me. Stop it. No more. All right. In the newly brightened corridors of Hogwarts, where whispers of the past linger like morning mist over the Black Lake, a new era quietly unfolds. The ancient castle, beacon of magic and mystery, awakens to the murmur of students returning for another year. Among them, our favorite students are already affixed into their seats. On this crisp violet afternoon in early September, the great hall, with its enchanted ceiling reflecting the starry sky above, buzzes with excitement. Long tables, soon to be laden with scrumptious feasts, stands ready to welcome the newest students, their house banners fluttering gently in the air. and Professor McGonagall, the headmistress, rises to her feet, commanding silence with a mere look. Her eyes, sharp as an eagle's, sweep over the assembly of students, and she begins to speak, her voice imbued with the weight of wisdom and the warmth of genuine care. Welcome back, students. As the new year rears its head once again, I ask that all of you devote yourselves to your studies. Now, I am to notify you that if any of you are struggling with classes, individual sessions may be booked with teachers. At Hogwarts, we have some of the foremost, greatest minds of the Wizarding world working here. Our faculty know you and want you to succeed. Furthermore, I am constrained to remind students that outside of classes, Bombarda and Defidio spells are strictly banned. Rule breakers, and especially repeat offenders, will not be tolerated. Lastly, Portus certain dungeon pathways, such as Portus Periculum, Portus Medius, and the Hieroglyphic Hall, are all out of bounds while restorations are being done. Now, without further ado, let's welcome our new first-year students as they are sorted. McGonagall gestures, and the grand doors of the great hall creak open. A flood of eager, wide-eyed younger students pours in. Let's pull this down a bit. They their robes are swishing around their ankles, making them look like little imps. They shuffle forward, a collective mass of anticipation and nerves, similar to how you guys were on your first day, making their way to the front under the eyes of everyone all around them. At Hufflepuff table, Nolan leans forward. Oh yeah, I think my twin should be getting sorted this year. You have a twin? You have a twin? You have a twin? You can hear Morgan, Wilfred, and Rin react in unison, each with differing tones of surprise, excitement, and disbelief. Is he blind too? Juniper immediately hits Wilfred across the back of the head. Ow.
If he had a twin, he would have been in our year. Gwen says.
You don't know. He could be just being sort of late. He's like, evil Nolan? Yes, I'd say so. Nolan says. Over the Slytherin table, Arnesia clambers onto her seat, then half onto the shoulders of Miss Gemma Drayton, trying to get a bird's eye view. Get off me, Arnesia! Gemma protests, struggling to balance the added weight and surprise of suddenly becoming a human lookout post. I need to see my sister, Arnesia says in annoyance. The new students gather up at the front, and after a short speech, the headmistress begins to call their names. And the first one does sound familiar. Zachary Anderson! And I guess I'll get this art going here. Underclassmen. Okay. I think that a few people from the Hufflepuff table gasp out to see a boy that looks surprisingly like his brother, Nolan's brother, Zachary. He has that same kind of light blonde hair, parted a little differently, and these piercing blue eyes. He holds himself up as his name is sorted, and he takes a step forward, and Nolan goes, "Woo! Don't trip!" And Zachary kind of like winces for a second and keeps walking. He holds himself significantly more confidently than his brother does. He sits himself down and kind of fixes his hair, and the sorting hat goes down on his head. It's not long until you can hear the answer, the hat, speak out. Slytherin! And let's show off. This is Zachary. His robes changed to a verdant hue. And Nolan's like, yeah, called that from a mile away. And Zachary goes to sit with the first gears. Nolan was being an asshole. A few other names are end up called. For instance, Renate Connolly, who is a young girl who is sorted into Hufflepuff, and a year older than you, a boy is clapping out loudly. Ty's little sister. After that, you hear another name, Euphemius Doge. He's sorted into Slytherin. And then you have two names back to back that are similar. These are actually another set of twins. There's always 1,000. In Wizarding communities, there's actually a higher rate of twins and triplets and whatnot. For some reason, unexplained.
Because we have the twin spell
Inbreeding.
meta magic.
That's how they're made. If you use the twin spell meta magic during, you get twins. So is Gabriel Eccleston and James Eccleston, and Gabriel is sorted into Slytherin, while James is sorted into Gryffindor. Another name that comes up is William Foster, and she's iconic. Out of my way, move. You see this girl just like pushed to the front. She has every essence of entitlement about her. She like fixes her hair and then like puffs out her chest a little bit, puts her nose wide in the air, and then like waits after leaving the crowd, and like waits for like clapping or something. She turns around and there's like some claps. Fine. She goes up to the front and is obviously, as per her art, sorting into. It takes it no time at all. Sorting Hat's like, Slytherin! Immediately. I thought, don't you need a little bit more time to decide? Nope. And she goes to go sit down. After that, you hear another name that sounds familiar to you. Micaiah Green. This is Micaiah goes up. This is Arnesia's sister. She's got braids that hang low, even some that are kind of like colored with like little beadworks. She's also got glasses that she pushes up to the brim of her nose, and Arnesia begins clapping out, "Woo!" And Arnesia looks like she has a kind of malicious grin about her. She wants to see her go up, and when the Sorting Hat puts her into Ravenclaw, she goes, "Nerd!" That's Micaiah. She looks a little off-put by that and sticks her tongue out at her sister. And then the last one would be Jaya Patel, who is sort of into Gryffindor. And when the first years finish being sorted, you can see all of the art for the underclassmen. I didn't show all of them. It's in the reference categories if you ever wanted to see. You can hear McGonagall's those fateful words that you have been waiting for nearly a year now. May our opening feast commence, and food appears unlike it does during the year. Just that opening feast has absolutely everything, many things you don't see for a long time, and people begin to dig in. Right now, over at the Hufflepuff table, We have a few people. Gwyn. Nolan like leans over toward you. Does he look nervous? Does he have like food on his face? Zachary?
Gwyn turns her head towards the Slytherin table.
Zachary just looks like he's kind of settling in like anybody else. Very normal.
Oh, he looks completely normal. Seems like he's doing just fine.
Oh, come on. Can't you lie to me?
Yes, he's currently on the floor and he's being kicked by Gemma.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I can sleep well at night.
I see you have a good relationship with your brother.
I love my brother.
I don't have any siblings, so it's hard for me to relate. The only, I guess, people you could call siblings that I had were my foster siblings at the orphanage.
I was about to say same, but I wasn't at an orphanage, Wilfred says.
Gwen just turns her head, looks at him, and blinks. Doesn't do anything else.
I love him.
He's so stupid.
Cassandra, what is the food stuff at the feast that you have been waiting for all year?
I think she's waiting for like a shepherd's pie because they make them really, really tall, so she can sliver off a piece that she can keep for later. That is very, very easy for her, and no one will notice because it's so big.
You're keeping shepherd's pies and like the thing with mashed potatoes?
Yeah, it's meat.
Are you putting mashed potatoes in your pocket?
I'm putting them in a napkin and then in my pocket. Yes.
You're putting mashed potatoes in a napkin that's going to stick to it
Yeah,
in your pocket.
exactly.
Oh my god.
You know, Gwen,
Girl
maybe it was the
failure.
right call not to be friends with Cassandra. Maybe.
Girl failure.
You know those candies that you eat off like the sheet of paper? Those little dots?
Yeah.
The
Like
ones that are straight sugar.
yeah, no, like the little dots that are stuck on the paper and like you
mashed
try to
potatoes
peel it
and
off
meat.
and the paper comes with it. Cass just
Yeah.
eats the paper.
Yeah, I can see that.
Doesn't peel it off. Just if it comes off with it, might as well just eat it.
So you begin packaging mashed potatoes for later.
Mm-hmm.
And Juniper like is staring to her left, trying to take in exactly what you're doing. You know, not the ribs.
But they're so sticky.
Have you ever used a Ziploc bag? Or
No.
you know, you can bring them like in your luggage.
I didn't do
Wait,
that.
where did you just put that? Where'd it go?
Nowhere?
Cassandra? She's gonna make an insight check, make a deception check.
Oh, okay.
At disadvantage.
Yeah,
That's a
This
bad
reminds
lie.
me of the I put it in my mouth.
It's a good old 9.
Funny enough, she only got a 7, so she's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Remind me to get you Ziploc bags next semester.
Okay. Okay.
Just to shake it off. Theo, what are you doing? Theo, you're muted.
Theo is being a strong silent type.
Thea's also at the Gryffindor table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, Theo is definitely being a strong silent type as he
is currently what do you call it? Stuffing also fish and chips into one of those like paper tray containers that he kept on the ride over, and he's also stuffing it with like I believe just maybe
It's like a Nando's to go bin. And as you are doing that, like Logan from across the table, who's just loading up, he's got like a big, like New York style steak. He's got a lot of different kinds of red meat, and his sister puts like grapes on his plate, and he's like, okay. And he looks across toward you. Well, we can keep them. Oh my gosh, Theo, what are you doing? Sadie says. Theo, that's gonna go bad. And then you're gonna get ants.
I think Theo thinks about it a little bit. I'm not really sure.
Nate, please talk some sense into him. Just throw it out within 2 days. Nate says, Nate? It's not your dormitory.
Theo responds, yeah, I'll throw it out. Don't worry.
She takes a deep breath, and Sam says, you obviously don't have any brothers. I'm an only child, Sadie says back. We're used to it by now.
Oh, I mean, I don't have any brothers, but I do have a couple of other siblings.
Logan begins casting Veraverto on a plate, like an extra plate, and it becomes one of those to-go bins.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts like shoveling some extra stuff and saving it for later. Do you think the house elves just like eat all the afters? Or do they keep them too?
I think some of them either eat it themselves or feed the beast. But I don't know. I might just be wrong.
This is way too good for a chimera to eat, Darcy says.
I mean, a chimera kind of sounds tasty right about now. Would you want to eat it?
What?
Would you
Aren't they
want to
like
eat a
poisonous?
chimera?
Darcy says.
Yeah, but that's the fun part.
Darcy says, "Wait, someone said elves. What do you mean elves? Are there like
What?
dudes with like long white hair and pointed ears? Well, their hair is normally pretty scraggly. Did you have pointy ears? Yeah. Why? You don't know about elves? I know actually a lot about elves. I mean, I've watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies. Sikrin!
Hello.
We're talking about Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings is wild. I think Theo smirks a little bit, but he doesn't say anything. He's like, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you are into eating elves, that's all more, I guess. If that's whatever floats your boat, I guess. I mean, me
Oh my
personally,
gosh! That is not a cool joke. Sadie
I think
says.
I think it was pretty funny, and I see Logan over there laughing, so I think I did a pretty good job.
It's so stupid. Logan starts laughing. And that's Gryffindor table. Over at the Ravenclaw table, I do actually before I move on, I do realize a lot of people have new art. So why don't we show it off for Gwen and Cassandra before we move on? And you guys can tell us how you've changed. Sound good?
That works for me.
Cool.
I'm gonna pull them up.
All right.
Do.
The last Lord of the Rings movie hasn't come out yet.
True.
No.
Comes out in December of this year.
Is black honey being used?
She is.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys talking about?
You wouldn't
It's muggle
understand.
shit.
It's
Don't worry
girl
about
stuff.
Okay, I've tried to pull up all the new art. I just gotta put it in a different area. Do that, and I'll be ready for the other scenes too.
All the art. Yay.
Okay. Why don't you start, Dylan? And I'll pull it up in a second here. Tell us about what's changed over the, course of the year. What does she look like?
Gwen has much shorter hair than she did last year. Last year she had straight hair that went pretty much all the way down her back. Now she has hair that's like more layered. She's wearing makeup this year where she didn't wear any makeup last year, and she's taking more care of like her appearance. She's making sure her clothes are like pressed and well put together.
Rin tried to teach you and Juniper how to do like makeup.
Mhm.
That's cute. Thank you very much, Dylan. I love the new art. And then Cass, you're up. Cat?
I muted myself. Cass's hair is a little bit more taken care of. It looks like she brushed it maybe twice a year instead of never.
Uh-huh.
She's a little bit more filled out. She was pretty thin to begin with, but she's still thin, but not like, oh, that girl needs to eat thin.
I see you added the heterochromia.
She's had that.
I know. I just see that you added it on here.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
All right. Like some people have been talking about like rat boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
or like rat pretty, kind of like a disheveled look. That's Cass.
Mm-hmm.
She is rat girlfriend.
The manic dumpster dream girl.
Dumpster dream girl. Well, Eric, right now you're at the Ravenclaw table, probably talking amongst friends, and you've got new art, so I'll throw it up.
So Eric has gotten noticeably a little bit taller, and his hair has gotten noticeably a little longer. But other than that, he seems just a teeny tiny bit less healthy than he did last year. It seems as though he's lost a little bit of weight, and he has just the slight look of like somebody who's cramming for a stressful exam might. But he looks like he's in an okay mood right now.
And you're starting to get reconvening, and you can hear someone trying to talk to you. Did you go anywhere over summer break, Eric?
Huh?
Reese
What?
is waving at you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you
Summer
were talking
break.
to me.
What'd you do?
He puts away a book he was reading and just says, "Well, my dad was home, so I stayed around the house mostly."
Oh, I thought you must have gone off somewhere. I stopped getting replies to my messages. Do you get mail where you live?
We do, but sometimes the owls have a hard time finding their way through a snowstorm. You know how it is.
Oh goodness, it's really blizzard. Isn't it the summer? Brett looks over and says that. Isn't it the summer?
Well, we went back to the old childhood home. Actually, it's on Svalbard.
He is going to make an insight check.
And it is true that they were at Svalbard for a little while, but the rest maybe not entirely what he thinks.
He only
it
got a
is.
5, so
Okay.
Brett's like, oof, sucks. I can't believe living in a place where it's a summer blizzard. Even Romania doesn't get that bad, and I spend like 2 months out of the year out there.
You haven't lived until you've seen the view of the Northern Lights from there, trust me.
And
But, you know, most of what I did was stick around the house and study. Dad always says it's never too early to get a jump start in the next year.
1 second. Janice says, did you know that the Northern Lights get to up about 1,400 Kelvin? If you were flying up there, you'd be turned to cinder.
Well, there go my plans for next summer break.
You hear Billy next to you, like, giggle a little bit at that comment.
How close do you think you'd have to be before you could roast marshmallows with them?
You can see her doing math in her head, and she's like, somewhere around 123 kilometers away.
All right. I never
You
actually
definitely feel it, though.
I never actually had a marshmallow until recently.
Never had a marshmallow? Like ever?
Mum tried to cook them a few times and made a shambles of it, so I got turned off of them for a while, but decided to have a couple that weren't made by her, and it actually turns out all right when you've got someone who knows how to cook.
Saoirse says, I always tried to make s'mores back in the day, but then the chocolate will always start melting all over my hands, and I have to lick it off my hands, and then now it's all over my face. My mother, she banned s'mores in the house because I started trying to make them over the stove. True story.
Oh, yes? How did that work out?
Well, bad. I don't have any s'mores anymore.
Do you still have a stove?
Fergus, what are you doing right now? Stay quiet.
They kind of stay quiet when they talk about their family, but I'm mostly just messing with potions at the dinner table.
You're messing with potions at the dinner table.
Yeah, gotta practice.
Okay. All right.
Crazy. It's just a herbicide and fuck me, bad English. Regermination potion. I'm just testing to make sure that they actually work.
God only knows what you could do with a little bit of maraschino cherry juice mixed into one of those things. Best chance.
Who knows?
Is this your potion at the start of session?
Yes.
Make a potion making check for it.
I got a 25.
Cool. It's exceptional quality for the herbicide.
Yep. I'm trying not to actually like use it just more as like flavor, but I'm just like kind of. I have like a small little plant that I'm just like, all right, hold on, let's see. Oh god, it's dying, and then.
Fergus, you got some herbicide in my mashed potatoes.
Oh, sorry.
Look, it's like bubbling now. What's up? You look down and you can see like this, like they're starting to turn a green color. Her mashed potatoes.
Oh, sorry. He'll just like kind of like, I'll just kind of take that. He'll like take a spoon and kind of like scoop out like the part, put it onto his plate, and then he'll give her like a fresh bit of mashed potatoes. Sorry about that. Just all right. Well, it's dying now, so if I go ahead and put I put on the other potion, the regerminating potion. Or Regermination potion. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, well then this should make it back to a potato. And he's just going into like science mode. He has like all his books. He's not even really eating. You notice I'm a lot skinnier. Lengthier, I should say. Drew, check this out. It's actually growing spores. Or spuds? Spuds.
I think Saoirse might actually have a point, as much as I don't care to normally admit that. Drusilla says, what? You probably shouldn't be doing that at the table. Not where people eat, Fergus.
But then I can't practice.
I think that maybe we should start setting boundaries and rules. Thank you, Drusilla, Janice says. And Saoirse says, what about under the table?
Under the table, I can do this. All right.
Fergus grabs his stuff and goes on. No, no.
Come on, Fergus. There's first years around.
Yes, and I already know all their names.
He like pulls out like a little like folder, waves it for
I'm
a
just
second,
saying,
and
if
pulls it
they
back
start to
down.
do it because they think it's okay because they saw you do it, it's gonna be your problem.
What's the
But this-
problem? So
this
he's
was
not
the-
getting our food.
Yeah, this isn't against the rules. At least I don't. No, it's not against the rules.
All right, whatever.
Hey, wait. If we're talking about rules, did you bring me the emotional support animal slip? I've been waiting for it like all summer break.
Oh, it's confidential.
But what do you mean? I went ahead and went through all the things.
It's confidential. I gave it to the administration. They took care of it. You don't really have access to it unless you have some sort of legal paperwork.
HIPAA only exists in the actual Americas, and not
Right,
even in the
HIPAA is an
Muggling world.
American thing.
It's fine. All right, as long as you said you filed it, I'll
And-
definitely be checking up on it though. Like duck his head back down.
And Eric goes back to reading a copy of Sam Cadwell's Introduction to Curse Breaking.
Thank you very much, you two. Over at the Slytherin table, Tamamo, you're eating, and you look over toward the teacher's table, and you see there's one chair that is empty.
Sikrin BRB'd.
It's been a long time since I've got that.
No,
got
it hasn't.
Long time.
It was last week.
I got one last week from.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess in this case, BRB stands for being really bitchy.
Jess. You look over at the teacher's table and see one chair is currently empty.
She just laughs to herself.
Nearby you, Evelyn, you can hear Ernisia like skirt her chair back, like, I am gonna go harass my sister. Enjoy your food. She grabs her stuff and rushes off. Evelyn,
Have a
looking around
productive time.
looking around the hall, there's so many new kids. You realize really how many faces there are that you don't even quite recognize. You are probably pretty excited for what's coming soon. And as a reminder to it, Professor Dildero is walking down the lane and looks over. Miss McLean, please remember, we've swapped around your schedule, so I think you don't have a free period on Fridays anymore.
Understood.
And he continues away, and Gemma's like, what? What is he talking about?
Oh, I have transfiguration with the second years or third years.
What? When? Why?
Because I'm better than you at transfiguration. Am I not?
I wouldn't know. They really put you into an advanced class.
Yes.
You didn't seem much better than anyone else, honestly. Taylor mumbles. Have something to say, Taylor. Maybe if you put a little more work into your homework for Transfiguration, you'd be there too.
I highly doubt that, Taylor, but good theory.
What are you special? None of us would be able to achieve what you achieved. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that I've worked my ass off to get here. And I've worked day and night to study theories hypothesis, etc., regarding transfiguration laws. I do not think Gemma has that sort of dedication. No offense, of course. I'm sure you can be dedicated to pursuits more up your alley.
Hey, Evelyn, congratulations. Really. I didn't know that, Levi says.
Thank you. I'm sure
love to
you'll
do
be
the same.
next.
I can only dream. Yeah. Yeah, I still had a little bit of trouble with Augmenti, surprisingly, out of everything. But I think I'm going to get it this year.
If you want, I could give you some pointers.
I would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I typically go off this old book that I have. It already had notes and tricks and stuff into it. And it, like with Augmenti, the book tells you have to kind of twist your wrist like you're turning on a faucet, but it doesn't say that you have to kind of tilt upwards as if you're pouring out a jug of water while you're doing it.
That's a pretty big detail to just leave out.
It assumes that would be the natural movement.
He shakes his head. And I forgot to get Fergus's art. Fergus, do you want to just pop back for a second? We'll do you and then we'll do Evelyn here.
I mean, no one can see me. I'm under a table.
Okay, make some table art for us.
Ah, the table. Like I said, he's gotten skinnier.
Fergus's art is so good this year. Oh my god.
I tried. But he's noticed he's got skinnier, a little bit taller. And the bright orange of his hair is kind of going out. The best way to describe, like, if someone's just looking out, it looks like he dyed his hair orange, but he has not dyed his hair orange. He's just getting that stressed by actually being in school and having to deal with other kids and catching kids with his father.
Get this man a work from home thing. Oh my god.
That is a wild phrasing.
It's not Fergus's fault that he was born old.
Yeah, no. I'm
Some
actually
He
just
has
like
fucking
that.
Benjamin Button disease.
Yeah, no, right? In 7th year, I'm actually just gonna use my father's art and just gonna be an old man. But also just the eyes. No, he has pale gray eyes, but I couldn't get the eyes thing to work. So.
Oh yeah, they kind of end up being kind of like turquoise,
and then like blue with the other one, and I was like,
yeah.
But nope, he has just
They're
gray
very
eyes like his father.
glossy in this image.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, actually, and another thing, and I'm sure you weren't intending this, but it almost looks like he's wearing like a red eyeshadow.
I'm just
like
looking
an eye
good.
makeup.
Did not intend for that, but yeah, no, he has his classic.
It looks really
freckles.
good.
Yep. But it definitely looks like he probably dyed his hair, and then it's just graying out, whereas gray is natural. But nope, I'm just constantly fucking stressed by everybody.
Good.
Evelyn.
It will not get better.
This is Evelyn's new art.
Yeah. Eve has kinda just let her hair go. She's given up on the hour-long routine to make it smooth in the morning. So now it's just kind of a bit frizzier. Held up by the power of God, a claw clip, and several Bretts. She's grown a bit, a few inches. So now she's like kind of average height for her age. She carries herself with a bit more superiority now that she's been accepted into the later years transfit class.
It's got that I'm smarter than you like air about her. Love it. Since Mama's not here, Rhiannon, you want to present your art? It's like super crisp. Very surprised.
Rhiannon art always goes hard.
I went through, like, no joke, I sent Brooke like completely different art the other day, but I was like, this is way too old. And I'm now realizing that like every art that I found that was like acceptable is like puts her a little bit older. So I guess like now the personal headcanon of mine is that she was like born in the later part of the year and then was sorted late, so she's like technically a year older. I don't know.
Or
That's
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Rhiannon got a little bit taller. She's a little bit more filled out. She she did wear some makeup the previous year, but now seems to have perfected whatever it is she's been doing. Her hair is a little bit longer. She still has those like signature like white pieces spread throughout. One ear has kind of or one side of her hair has been like tucked behind her ear, and you notice it's a little pointed. And she is currently like sitting with like her elbows on the table and just kind of staring over at a different table.
Is it the Hufflepuff table? Be honest.
I don't know. Roll an insight check, good.
I will. It's not gonna be good. Not 20.
She's looking right at the Hufflepuff table.
Evelyn, like, slowly will raise whatever book she has up to Rhiannon's ear, like, very slowly so it doesn't startle her or make her, like, look over really quickly, and then snap it shut really loudly. You're staring.
She like tries not to show that she jumps like a little bit. Oh, Evie darling, you jealous?
Oh, incredibly. You know, I vie for your affections like every other man in our class. It pains me deeply in my heart.
Not every man, Levi says.
Every man but our poor gallant Levi.
Oh yes, truly a gentleman. A gentleman's gentleman, one might add. And she like checks her nails.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
A picture of knightly chastity.
He begins to like spit out a bit of his grape juice.
Truly, we'll have to protect his virtue for the next several years.
Yes, if anyone comes asking for your hand, they must go through us.
I am happy to have such lovely ladies to protect my honor. Truly.
And Rhiannon will reach over and like ruffle his hair.
And he's like, try to mess it up. It just keeps looking good, so.
What beautifying potion did you drink, Levi?
I found this like odd fountain. It was like in the middle of like a deep, vast forest. Drank from it, and just suddenly I feel youthful vigor coursing through me. You found the fucking fountain of youth? Is that what you're trying to say? Gemma says.
Now,
Just wait.
Gemma, you don't need to use such crass language with our sweet boy.
It's okay. In 20 years, when she looks like an old crone, I'll still look nice and youthful. All right, I'm gonna go somewhere else, Gemma says. She gets up. Oh my gosh, we actually got rid of her.
Oh, it pays to be annoying. Good job. High five, everyone.
We all
Cheers
do our
all
secret
around.
Slytherin handshake that Gemma doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's so mean. Ugh.
It's all Slytherin handshake.
Ugh.
The bully has become the bullied.
She only gets worse if you do that.
Okay.
Mhm.
You said
Let's
it like
make
no
her
problem.
worse.
Yeah. What's that TikTok audio that's like the war crimes are a part of them, and I think they're funny or whatever.
It's not a war crime if it's
find
the
it.
first time.
It's not a war crime if you're Canadian.
That's true.
Arnesia can commit war crimes. Canon. Tamamo. You can see, as I was trying to tell you before, your bead
I'm sorry.
again.
Before you were being really bitchy.
Yeah. That's what I do.
You look
Hey,
up toward the
don't make
teachers.
fun of the Weekend Warriors.
Guys, you look up toward the teacher's table, and you can see one of the slots is empty.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh fuck! I forgot you had that plan.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Excellent.
No new teacher has been announced. Not tonight. But you're not really sure. You wonder because tomorrow morning, I guess tonight, when you go to your dormitories, you'll probably be able to get your schedule. And it should say who's going to be teaching on it. Professor Bruce, maybe? I don't know.
Feel like Tamamo kind of just crosses her hands or interlocks her fingers and whatnot and just kind of like looks over at the table just in thought and wonder. I'm like, who's gonna be replacing them?
Coming back to the table, Arnesia is like, "Where'd Gemma go?"
Ow.
Off gallivanting.
We got rid of her finally. Do you mean like she's gone for a walk, or do you mean that you
Swimming
like
with the
took her out
fishes.
by the? Oh God, Arnesia says.
Are you gonna be a snitch, Arnesia?
No, you fucking kidding me? Snake pit got so sick together. Sometimes we're cannibals. That's how that works.
Truly. And like all good snakes, I would like to be alone for a bit. And she like stands up and she's definitely not going to be alone. She like walks
Tell your
past the table.
boyfriends I said hi.
Is it just alone if it's not Slytherins? Arnesia says to the rest of the party as she sits down.
A truly lonely existence.
Tamamo, you. What is the food item that you have been waiting most for? Because the start of the year feast is everything.
What was Tamamo looking forward to? I think she's really taken a liking to like spaghetti as opposed to,
Spaghetti.
yeah, spaghetti. It's a new thing for her,
It's
She
like the
loves her
bowl that few
spaghetti.
people touch.
Spaghetti.
You're like, ooh, meatballs. Cool. And Rhiannon, you head over toward the Hufflepuff table and can, of course, see Cassandra picking at her food and Gwyn talking to Macy and Nolan, who's talking to Gwyn right now, or was about Zachary. Oh, yeah, he's a little worm. I mean, I'm not surprised. He wasn't going to end up in Hufflepuff, that's for sure. The man has a mean streak.
I mean, if he's anything like you, I'm sure he's nice. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
But I'm not the tree. See, like, if there was a tree, that would be my mom. And
Well,
I
exactly. That's what I mean. If you're anything
I
like
take
your parents.
after my mom. He's more like a little like crabapple tree that sprung up next to the other tree, and he fell off the tree and then started to like rot on the ground.
Mhm. I guess that explains why he's in Slytherin.
Rhiannon shows up. I think Wilfred sees Rhiannon, and
Did he pause for
Okay,
anyone
I was,
else?
about, I was about to be
Yeah,
like,
Okay,
he's
okay.
frozen.
Thank God. I
Me
was
when
like,
I see Rhiannon.
me when.
He kind of looks like that picture of Cyrax smiling.
Stop.
No.
Take like
No.
a screenshot and then find that picture and then put it side by side. Spot the difference challenge getting harder.
So quick, while the DMs pause, let's all go to level 20.
Oh, hold on. There we go.
Welcome
You're
back,
alive
Eva.
again.
Yay!
While you were gone, we all upgraded to level 20.
What the fuck is this mode?
I know we've never had this many people here before.
Yeah, let's stay here.
Goes back. So what I was gonna say is that Wilfred, overhearing this conversation between Gwyn and Nolan and seeing Rhiannon, goes, "Oh, Rhiannon, wonderful to see you this night," he says, and Nolan like fixes himself very quickly.
Oh, you finished staring at them? You decided to come walk over? Gwen says.
Gwyn. As carroty as ever, I see. Good to see you. How was your summer?
Boring. Had to stay here at the castle.
For the record, Rhiannon and I were having a staring contest, and I won.
I'm sure seems like you guys have a lot of those.
We do. It's currently a tie.
3, 2, 1, go! And make Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I think he's a willpower caster, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're both proficient in this.
Alex, look at discussion.
17.
Oh, damn. That's actually pretty high.
Take a D4.
Wait. Oh, it's only a 7. Yeah,
it's not
no,
gonna
it's
matter.
fine.
Uncanny.
Truly. She only got a 7.
Okay. She's like, stare. 1, 2. Wilfred grabs, like, I think he just, like, bangs on the table and you, like, flinch. Ah, beat ya.
Ah, how dare you, exploiting a woman's trauma.
Wilfred, do you want to go up against me? Nolan asks. No, absolutely not.
I would.
That was a joke, Rhiannon.
No. I bet I could beat you.
I can't even see you.
Still, I bet I could beat you. Be easy.
And do you just hang out with them for the rest of the little time?
Yeah, she'll like squeeze in between them as she usually does. And she'll like make like a passing glance over to Cass and like wave to her.
Hi.
Hi, Cassie.
Good to see you.
Did you eat half that bowl of mashed potatoes by yourself?
She'll like look down at her plate. Yes.
Were they good?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
Juniper says, well, you ate about half of it. No one else got any.
Meanwhile, no one can see Cass's pocket just filled to the brim.
It's
with
like
mashed
half.
potato.
It's
like
bulging
weighing
a
down the
little bit.
rows.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. It's like when you go to the movie theater and you're wearing like the extra large coat and it's just filled.
But it's a
with,
it's a little you packed a little too much, so it's
like
obvious
a 2
now.
liter Mountain Dew. Yeah.
A hot plate and a nice steak.
That's Macy with a George Foreman grill. All right. That's our first hour. I am just going to refill my water, and when I come back from refilling my water, we are going to start the morning.
Oh
Right
boy.
there. Just a moment.
Hey, Eric,
So,
you got a good joke for me?
let me see here.
I got a fucked up joke.
So these two guys go to the local bar for poetry night, and they're
Mhm.
working on their entries at their table. One of the guys says, "Hey, what rhymes with orange?" And his friend says, "No, it doesn't."
Trench. Oh, fuck. Got it.
Did you try to answer?
Did
Yeah.
you say trench rhymes with orange?
I said syringe rhymes with orange.
I heard trench too.
Oh, fuck. Well, maybe I can't English.
I know that
So
feeling.
funny.
Hey, Eric,
Yes.
what does a hot dog use for protection?
I don't know what.
Condiments. I feel good.
I need a sound clip of that to play whenever any of you tell a bad joke.
If somebody wants to record, just cue me and I'll do it again.
So, my music's. Oh, you know what? We should probably change music. That would be a good idea.
Change is scary, though.
Sending music your way. There you go. The night comes to an end, and the first years are called down to the dormitories, followed by yourselves. Getting there, you're in a new room, but all of your belongings have been kind of moved. And you guys reset up some of the decorations that you had before and put up maybe new things or take down old ones. In the morning, there is a slight announcement. What many people have been waiting for and questioning about. Because, Tamamo, you see a name that you haven't seen before for herbology class. It's not an existing member of faculty, but a new one. As everybody sits there for breakfast, just before classes are getting going, she says, Headmistress McGonagall is taking the front. Where am I? One second. Now, before we begin with classes, as some of you may already know, Professor Sprout has most recently retired from her post of herbology teacher. Professor Bruce will be replacing Pomona as head of Hufflepuff House. Please give her a round of applause. And I think a lot of the Hufflepuffs like, woo! As Professor Bruce stands up, your art teacher. She gives like a little bow. Thank you. And our newest professor will be starting his first day today, so please go easy on him, if you will. Or rather, No, I shouldn't make those kinds of jokes, she says, looking over to the left, and you can see there's like a little curtain area. One of the doors is cracked open, and a man is waiting for his cue. I'm gonna get the art. I believe we have new art for him. I can't. Oh, it's right there. Please, everybody, put your hands together and welcome our newest herbology teacher, Mr. Neville Longbottom, she says, and putting her hand out. And a man steps out into the main area, looking a little bit nervous. You see he's got a very rugged chin line. He looks quite young, similar to Professor Dildero. He's got sleek brown hair that's curled off onto one side and wears a sort of vest jacket.
Oh my god, he's a twink now.
With striped now. Always has been.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was a twunk.
That's
Can you
true.
call him a twink if you could open a can with his chin?
Yes. You need a Brooke needs to school you on the minute differences of twinks and twunks. But he steps out. Come on up, Professor, she says, happy to hear him, and he comes to the front. Hello, everyone. I suppose I'm supposed to say something good. Well, you hear a cough in the background.
Can Fergus raise his hand?
No one will call on you.
Oh.
I promise that although I may not be the best at public speaking, I will do my utmost best to live up to the boots Professor Sprout has given me. I, like yourselves, spent many hours learning under her guidance. And while I'm sad to not have her here, I do wish her well in her recovery. Retirement? In her retirement.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And he like turns around like, am I good? Am I good? And like McGonagall like nods, like yeah. And he says, thank you. And goes to like sit down awkwardly at the table. Thank you very much, Neville. Oh, Professor Longbottom. Following breakfast, our classes will commence. For first years, you'll be starting off with Transfigurations. Second years, Defense Against the Dark Arts. Third years, History of Magic. And you can hear the third years all groan. Enough! And, yeah, that's your morning. So, Tamamo, you have now been introduced to Professor Neville Longbottom.
Truly an improvement, let's be honest, y'all.
I don't know.
You're
She gave
welcome.
us all O's. I might be able to Vila Charm this one, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah.
He looks a little fruity.
I figured this one was a good one, so I made sure his stayed on the top of the stack to make sure he got hired.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And for people like Will and Chicken, if you guys don't know, Neville Longbottom is the canonical next in line for the herbology teacher position.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So I didn't just like, oh, pull the name out from the books. No, he is supposed to be the next one.
That's gonna be Evelyn, but for Transfiguration.
Apparently,
Boy.
Dildro going to die this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be the first.
It's not on me. That's what God wants.
Don't worry, I'm gonna
He's
kill
gonna
Slughorn.
die, and then you're gonna be there for 9 years before you also die.
I'd be fine with that.
I call dibs on being the headmaster.
Give
I
me
think we should
potion.
just make a new school, right, guys?
Oh yeah, great idea.
Blackjack and hookers. Yeah.
I'm down.
We'll call it Bogwarts.
No, we're calling it
Definitely.
pig farts.
Pig farts?
Big birds.
You
Can we
can't
call it
just
cl-
go to pig farts. It's on Mars.
On Mars.
You guys.
We should start a magic school on Mars. Why
Yeah.
not?
Can we name it Chlorthos?
Stop.
I love
City of
Porthos.
Quartz.
Let's name it the College of
Yeah.
Winterhold.
These students be having demon babies.
A wand with a silencer. What?
So, Defense Against the Dark Arts. How's it go?
Sorry, I just love that Key and Peele skit so much.
That's such a good one. It's my favorite.
Defense Against the Dark Arts is your first class of the day. You walk into the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, and you notice the room has many rough-looking hewn stone blocks, about 3 feet tall, arrayed in a grid in the center of the room. Today, Professor Dildro says, we have the opportunity to learn spells with
Professor
great...
Dildro.
Professor
Damn
Dildo's
it.
taking DA now? What's
No,
Professor
I'm
Rojas doing?
insane for some reason.
It's okay.
We
You did
know.
the same thing
Go
last night with Professor Dildro. You just brought him
did,
into
didn't
a
I?
different class.
Just randomly, he was
I've
there
been-
laughing at somebody.
Honestly,
Are
fan
the two of
favorite.
them like doing a little role reversal thing?
Yeah, I guess so. Professor Rojas says, today we'll be having the opportunity to learn spells with great utility. Now, locomotor, she says, flicking her wand toward one of them, and you watch a huge stone block rise into the air about 3 feet. It lifts most heavy objects and moves them along a path. She walks around the room, and you can watch it actually follow her wherever she goes. The spell can affect up to about 500 pounds, but if we can hit that number today, that'll be up to your own grit. Now, give it a try, everyone. Find a block. It is a quick flick with the correct pronunciation, locomotor. And everybody is going to attempt locomotor.
That's
Do
a
we get
charm,
2
isn't it?
attempts?
Why are
Mhm.
all the spells
Yep.
charms this year? I don't like this.
Because we just kind of get them out of the way now.
Thankfully, I raised my
Nice.
charms.
Do I have an inspo? I do. I'm gonna use it.
You hate it. That's my saving grace in this class.
Oh hell yeah!
Yes, I got 2 successful
go.
casts. Hooray!
I think like 4 of us got 17.
I think I'm gonna double check my notes.
Yeah, literally 4 of us.
Gang.
Wait, what? Hold on.
How'd you get 2
What?
successful casts?
Me?
How come
Yeah.
your mom lets you have 2 wieners?
I thought we were attempting it twice.
No, we just
No.
attempt it once.
Oh, just the one
once.
cast. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind. But I
We
got
didn't
the
get
one,
our,
so
like,
cool.
amount of spells yet.
Okay, I just
Why'd
go,
you say it
down
like
the
that?
way. Cassandra, what'd you get?
17.
Eric?
18.
18. Evelyn?
17.
Fergus?
Oh, 15.
Gwyn?
17.
My goodness, we're all in the teens right now. Rhiannon?
Dirty 20.
Mamo?
17.
Theo?
22.
Ooh, okay. Everybody gets it, and we have nearly ease across the board so far. Everybody casts out locomotor, locomotor, locomotor. everybody gives it a go, and it might take 2 or 3 tries, but that large stone block kind of jumps for a little bit and then begins to rise a foot, a second, a whole 3 feet into the air. Morgan is like looking up at these stone blocks and is like, I'm gonna go by the wall. Because he's only 2 feet tall, so like, he feels like he's gonna get squashed down here.
6 apples tall.
Not even. He's 3 apples tall.
Thumbelina ass character. I love Morgan.
This new art's so good.
New art? We talking about-
Morgan's.
Oh,
Morgan.
yeah. Okay. Everybody gets to attempt 2 other spells of their choice.
On the DADA list, I guess.
Mhm.
Okay, what do we have in second year spells?
Ripping myself away from pressure washer.
You too, huh?
Jess is doing it too. Why don't you guys jump into a multiplayer game? And then
I
because
might
we
We did
actually
that
show
last
you.
night.
Yeah, we did. We finished up Alice in Wonderland last night during session.
Why the fuck?
I'm done.
It was 2, right?
Mhm.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Fergus, you
Anybody
said you
have
were ready
subscriber?
first.
I said what the fuck, but I am ready.
Okay.
I have a quick question.
Yes, chicken.
When I attempted to cast it, it says spell researched failed and then suggested.
correct.
Is that
I guess it would be good to explain about researching spells. So
I researched a spell.
in certain years, Chicken and Will, be good for you both to know this. There are spells available to you for which you don't yet have the spell slots for. If you
Oh.
choose to work on these spells, these are the 2nd level spells, I believe. Then you research them, meaning that it doesn't mark it off as like an attempt per se. If you successfully research it, it means that the next time that you actually have the spell slots to cast it, you will do so at advantage. And the bot will remember for you, which is the really cool part. But if you attempted to research it and you failed, it's still marked it as attempted, but you're not going to be able to attempt it again until you have the spell slots and you won't have advantage. So,
all right?
Cool. Ready.
Yeah.
Fergus.
So I got Cantus with a 13.
Nice.
And then the reason why I said what the fuck is because I researched Mobulus and got a natural 20.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
So I was like, doesn't count for anything. It's just I'm really good at reading, guys.
Who do you partner up with? I know probably Sadie would be interested in partnering up with you. Is there anybody else? You maybe want instead?
I'll try to partner up with Drusilla. Expand my friendship.
You
'Cause I'm
guys,
reading a lot.
after trying out Locomotor, she's like, I'm done lifting rocks. I want to fight. Hey, Fergus, she like smacks you kind of on the chest.
Oh,
You up for a fight?
I mean, a duel is within regs, but also hitting students is against the rules.
She hits you again.
I'm gonna
Don't be
write
such
this
a little
down.
bitch.
We're gonna have to fight for that. Can't.
She just swore.
You also swore?
Yeah, she said, don't be such a little bitch.
All right, that's okay. That's another -1 point. All right, I challenge you to a duel because you disgraced me.
I'm sorry. You reduced a point for me?
Well, yeah, you cursed.
Okay, now you're really going down. I was going to hold back. No, I'm not.
Don't curse. It's the rules.
and you guys shoot spells out toward one another. You cast out Itis, and it does hit. And she begins singing like opera. I don't know what she would sing because I'm not a very big opera fan. I don't know if anyone else knows, but she is singing out.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Yeah, the opera of our youths. And Drusilla, like through that, tries to push through it and successfully does so, and throws over toward you a Genu Recurvatum, and you feel your kneecaps flip around to the back side of your legs.
Oh fuck.
And that's just like a little snippet of your two fight. And then later on, when you got your natural 20 research, I'll give you 5 points over to Ravenclaw. Very good.
I'm really
What
good
spell
at
was
reading.
that, by the way?
Immobilis.
Immobilis. So I think like you guys are fighting back and forth, and then you cast out Immobilis, and you actually cast it out. It's amazing. There's a wave of force, and she is hit and shunted into the air. Rojas notices this. That's a lot better than last year. Normally, first semester, second year students don't get that one. I know some actually took until fourth year to get it. 5 points.
Well, thanks, Professor. I figured it's just like the same as locomotor, except it's a little bigger, wider.
In the background, Drusilla drops out of the air.
I like help her up and be like, all right.
I have some questions that were sent to me. Good job, Nick. Just to answer, if people took spells that they didn't know were researched, and they're like, oh, I don't want a spell I can't use right now. You can take it back. You just have to go onto your sheet and mark it as never attempted, and then you re-roll. You can't use the previous roll for a new spell.
I will go ahead and do that because researching doesn't do me a whole lot of good right now.
I have mine.
All right. Brooke. I heard a lot of people had theirs. I think Kat said earlier, but okay, I'm gonna set up a tier list here. We'll do you, Brooke, and then we'll do Kat, and then I think I remember hearing Sikrin say that they were ready. So that's gonna be the current order right now. Go ahead, Brooke.
Okay. I did research for Expelliarmus. That was a 24, and then Rick Decembra for 22.
Who do you partner up with?
It's second year, so Taylor probably. Because she doesn't really like this class, and so she's not trying to go for someone who like will make this a whole chatty thing about it. Yeah.
Taylor was like, if you do that one spell that makes you throw up, I will kill you.
Ew, I would never. That's gross. Just don't do the one that turns the kneecaps around. It grosses me out.
It happens in the background with Drusilla. Oh. Looks like a flamingo.
It's worse than a flamingo. It looks like their knees dislocated. Ugh. Just don't do that.
What about the one that makes you puke up slugs? Is that one on the table?
You just said no to that one, didn't you?
No, there's a different one that actually just makes you puke.
Oh, well, wouldn't that one be also a no-go?
Yes, I'm very glad that you have the common sense. I was
Of
testing
course. It's not so common.
you. Well, last time I was with Ernesia, and I said no damaging spells. And so she decided to send off an Infirma Cerebra She honestly gives you like a really bad headache. And then I got mad at her and she didn't get it. So
Yeah, that sounds like her. The spells that I wanted to practice aren't really damaging. One just makes you laugh, which is actually scientifically proven to be good for your health.
I don't laugh very often. Give it a go.
Would you like to?
She walks away from you and is like turns around. Okay. Hit me.
Ricta Sempra.
There's a like white to purple blast that hits. Actually, I think canonically it's actually invisible, so it's like a little wave of force that hits her and I hate this.
Oh, it won't
It's the
last for very
worst
long.
look. It's the worst look on Taylor. It's horrific to see Taylor laughing. Oh. Make it stop. Make it stop.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
That's happening in the background. Okay.
I reattended some things, by the way.
You got it. I'll come back to you in a second.
Cool.
Brooke. What did you get on the dice again, please? I don't think I marked them.
I think it was 22 and 24.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's just an A for you. Okay.
It's just an A.
Oh. I was just saying
I thought you
it.
said just an
It's
A, and I was like,
an O.
I was about to fight. My apologies. I came at you really aggressively.
You did. like you don't sometimes.
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah, I got a 22 on Flipendo, and I got a 16 to research Oculus.
2 to 16 word. 16 to research what?
Immobilus.
Nice. As you are sitting and researching, somebody approaches. Did you hear what happened to Sprout? Juniper is there. Sprout. She
went crazy. You were there.
Yeah, I know, but apparently that was not like a temporary thing. She's in St. Mungo's.
Really? Huh.
I wanted to kind of do something nice for her, so I set up a thing with the house elves. They were going to give me their remaining bottles. Apparently, they found a lot of them in one of the teachers' rooms they clean up. And I was thinking that we could all like write little letters to Sprout.
Okay.
Send them in little bottles, like a.
She's not on the ocean.
Yeah, but it's the idea, she's on like she's stranded in a way.
Okay. Sure, I could write something. I only knew her for like
Okay.
6 months, and she went crazy.
I mean, if you don't feel that impassioned by it, that's fine. I can find somebody else. I
think it's a good idea. I don't know her. Maybe for some of the older years. I don't know.
No, it's fine. Right. I'll just do it by myself. Juniper's going to leave.
I think Cass just gonna watch her leave, not know what to say or what she did wrong, and then go back to studying.
Now, out of character, Kat, do you understand?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, Cass has no idea though.
Yeah. And she'll head over to somebody else. But in the meantime, as you're doing that, there's somebody else who comes by and plops down on the stairs. Oh, I didn't know there was someone else here. My bad. Brett, who just sat down, looks like he's about to leave. He's like,
You don't have to go. I'm not doing anything.
this is just a good spot to hide from Rojas.
Okay. Well, hide away, I guess.
Is that not what you're doing here? I do it in every other class.
I'm researching a thing that I don't quite have the capability yet, but maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know.
Immobulus, he says, looking over your shoulder. Huh. Why would you want to spell like that?
To make sure people can't attack me.
I don't think you have to worry about that much at school.
Yeah, but that's like the whole thing with the class, right? Like, there's bad
Yeah.
people.
I don't know. I know that there was like a war, but that was a war.
There's
That
a
was
war?
wartime. Yeah? There's two, actually.
There were wars?
Yeah, the Great Wizarding War.
I don't know. You mean like World War One and Two?
No, that was way before. No, there were some really kind of scary people. They had some bad ideas about Muggleborns and even Half-Bloods.
Hmm.
They tried to take over the school.
How recently was this?
It's when I was 6. So 6 years ago.
So the bad people could still be around if we need these spells.
Oh well, the minister, Kingsley, Minister Shacklebolt, he locked a lot of them up, so we're good.
I don't trust that. I'm gonna keep researching this spell.
Right? Yeah, I'll work on my thing too.
You don't? Okay.
And that's Cassandra. And then after Cassandra, which damn it, did I not get your grade? I didn't click the little check mark. Can you tell me your numbers again?
Oh, it was 17 for the first one, 22, and then 16.
Gotcha. Okay. Who did I say was going to be next? Sikrin?
Tamamo.
Yeah.
All right.
Tamamo.
I got Arresto Momentum for 14, and I got Colashu for 13.
Okay. Tamamo, who's a good friend of yours?
That's a great question.
Professor Binns.
Epcot ball.
Epcot ball.
Stop.
Okay.
Two bagels.
Tamamo, you can see that Arrest Momentum is a spell. It would come into handy a lot if ever you had to leap from a great height, but in order to actually cast it, you have to be in some kind of free fall, or there has to be something else that's in free fall. And you can see that like tall stack of desks next to you. And you get a wicked idea.
She'll look around the classroom for a second, and then she'll find one person with just a stave and no eyes that can see. I'm gonna go over to Nolan.
All right. All right. What do you say when you come over toward him?
Nolan, yes. Don't believe we
It's the
really
cat.
talked.
Where are you? I hear you on my left and then on my right.
I'm in front of you.
How do you do that? Throw your voice? You ventriloquist?
I mean, what's more interesting?
I do find it difficult to imagine you practicing with a ventriloquist dummy.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps I do, perhaps I don't.
You
Anyways,
need Tamamo.
I can't help but see you don't have a kind of partner.
You don't have to have a partner, you know. You can just like practice spells on your own. You can do that.
That is quite boring, though, don't you think?
I don't think I like my alone time from time to time. Thank you very much.
We just started classes, though. It's our first class, and you want to be alone already?
What, I think like he looks toward camera cuts, and do you now have him on the top of those
Oh,
stack of
absolutely.
desks?
Yes.
He's blind.
Oh,
Mama,
be
I don't think
kind
this
to
is
him.
safe.
It's completely safe. Just keep following my voice. You'll be fine. Trust
But your
me.
voice is like way below me. You said there'd be something up here.
Yes, there is. Reach out for it. You're just about to touch it.
Make a deception check.
Oh my fucking god.
Please don't break him. I need him.
Yeah, Rhiannon has to break it.
Do I see this going fucking down? Or I'm about to watch this fucker
It's
fall?
a 23.
Oh, he's about to fall so fucking hard.
Yes, Fergus, you do see it. Yeah. Just all too late. You see him like, can I have like, I think like, wait. So like, just before he's doing that, he says, "Can I have my stave back at least?"
Yes, you can. And she'll like toss it up to him as he falls.
Grab it. Oh. The entire thing begins to buckle and shake, and Fergus, you look up, seeing Tamamo there at the bottom, at Nolan.
No, look out! Yeah, just like fucking yell.
He's fine.
He's
Well,
fine.
he's falling.
Arresto momentum.
Damn, and he hits the ground.
See? Completely fine. I tell no lies.
All right.
Bo? How many corruption points do you have?
4.
I'm not giving you another one for this. I'm just making a note. But that was great. Inspiration.
I'll take it.
Okay. Tomorrow's done. Eric, I think you said you were ready, right?
Yes, I did. I attempted Flipendo, rolled an 11 to lock it in, and then attempted Bombarda and rolled a 14 to cast it successfully.
Okay. Okay. There's an A for you overall.
Yes.
Billy's holding onto her wand with both hands. I really don't think I can do it. Not this time.
Neither do I. I'm doing it anyway.
Yes, but you're you. I've never gotten bombarded. Not even once.
I'm rubbish at it. You just gotta keep trying.
Please just turn that thing into dust, didn't you?
I didn't think I was going to do it. My mum once told me, sooner or later, everyone's going to surprise themselves. You just have to keep at it.
She says, and there is a loud boom, not across the room, but directly where she is.
Oh,
And
jeez.
she goes flying back, skidding on the ground and kind of
Can I
hitting the
attempt to
back
catch
wall.
her instead?
Nope, not this time.
Bah! I have it in her eye. I can't get surprised. It's a class thing. I wish it was useful.
It's good for surprise. Surprise is deadly.
All right. So I'm going to immediately go over and say, "Oh my god, are you all right?"
She shakes her head. All right. Stupid class. I don't know why it's. Won't have to take it.
Eric will raise his hand and say, Professor, I think we might need to go to the hospital wing for a bit."
Again.
He just shrugs like, "What are you gonna do?"
Rojas comes over. Billy, are you okay? No, I'm not okay, she says. Rojas bends down, gets onto one knee. She kind of takes her and rubs a bit of soot off of her. How many fingers am I holding up? 2. Okay, follow my hand. You're fine, Billy. These kinds of setbacks happen. A lot. Many different students. You know, one student I had who could do nothing but turn themselves into a chicken. What? So ridiculous, isn't it? It was. Everybody around them started calling them Cluck Cluck. Do you want to know what I did to those people? Didn't hurt them, did you? No. Not hurt.
You turned them into chickens as well, didn't you?
They had an unfortunate accident one day. It only lasted a few hours. Billy, keep trying. You don't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs, nor do you make a house without cutting down a tree. It's gonna take time and effort. And Eric's been doing a pretty good job. I've been watching him when it comes to instructing you. Takes advice, and for God's sakes, look at where you're casting. Okay? Alright. No hospital wing.
And I will reach out a hand to help her back up.
She stands up. I'm sorry. I embarrassed
Don't worry about
you.
it. You embarrassed me? And he looks like he genuinely doesn't know what she's talking about.
She looks around, can see a few people like looking over and then like look away. Let me just research the rest of class or something. Can
Maybe
we?
that's a good idea.
All right. It's Eric. Gwyn, what about you?
Gwen got a 17 for Arresto Momentum and a 13 for Impervious.
That's still an E overall. It's pretty good. Is your attempting out impervious and whatnot? Juniper comes over. Gwen, I had like a little thing I was hoping I might get your help with. I tried to talk to Cassandra about it, but she seemed like super unenthusiastic.
Oh, how's she doing? Did she seem okay?
No, I don't know what's eating her, or if I said something wrong.
No, Cassandra's she's just really shy. Sometimes she doesn't know what to say to people.
I mean, we were pretty cool over break. Cass came over. We
Oh,
spent the whole week together.
oh, that's nice. That's nice to hear. Um, Gwen kind of like frowns a little bit after that. She says, "Oh, did you say you had something to show me or tell me?"
Oh, right. You know Professor Sprout?
Yes. I hope she's doing okay in retirement. She seemed a little out of it last semester.
Well, apparently she's not exactly in retirement as much as she is in St. Mungo's. That's the hospital around here.
Oh, was it that bad? I just thought she maybe had a bad couple nights of sleep. It's a little paranoid.
Oh, last semester, last year, she was surprisingly helpful. Really nice. She got me to get the correct soil proponents to grow a fanged uranium, and I just kind of feel bad about what happened. I wanted to kind of do a thing, get some people together, and I got these bottles from the house elves, and I was gonna send her little messages in the bottles.
Gwen kind of looks distracted during that, like she's looking over at Cass, but then she like snaps out of it. She says, "Oh,
Gwen,
yeah, sure, yeah, that sounds great. We can do that." Not really knowing what she's agreeing to.
it's fine.
No,
I
no,
won't
no,
burden
no,
you with it.
no, no, no. She
Shh.
she tries to get
Make a persuasion check. See if you can
okay.
stop her.
12.
She heads out. Damn it. She looks like her previous interaction with Cassandra, and then you not being fully attentive. She just is feeling all types of insecure, and as she heads out, I think um, Wilfred's walking over, and she kind of hits into him. Hey, June, hey, sorry, I'm just going to the bathroom. If do not go to the first ground floor. I just came from there, so ew. She walks off. What's eating her? He says, kind of sauntering over toward you, Gwen.
Something seemed important to her, and I think she was trying to tell me about it, and my head was in another place, and I think she got upset that I was ignoring her.
Are you beefing with Cassandra again?
Not this year, but I kind of want to make it right, and I don't even know how to approach her, so I'm just trying to figure things out.
Well, Sinclair, it is your lucky day.
Wilfred, I appreciate your Sigrid, you're breathing on the mic a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Wilfred, I appreciate your offer, but I think this is something I should do on my own.
No, seriously. Let me help you. I'll get your foot in the door.
I'm going to roll an insight check on Wilfred because I don't think
Take
Gwen trusts him.
3 seconds.
10 on insight. What's his intentions? Let's base off that.
To help you. That's what he's saying. It seems like there's something more, but can't discern exactly.
Okay. She'll.
All I need to hear is yes.
I hope I don't regret this. Sure, Wilfred.
What in the deal with the devil?
Wonderful. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. His little grip.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Rhiannon? He walks off.
Do I notice? Like, did he do
You're not
something?
really sure what's going on. There's nothing different. You look at your shoulder. Nothing? You get paranoid.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
At some point during the class, if I can catch wind of Juniper like going around asking if someone will help her with it, can I approach her?
Maybe in what do we have next?
Muggle
Oh
music,
yeah,
I
we have
think.
herbology next, so actually that would be really.
I would
She'd
also
probably be
like
going around in herbology. So next class, yes.
Okay.
I would also like to be part of that too at some point. Not with Evelyn's thing, but just like talk to Juniper.
What, you don't also have malicious intent?
Do I?
Am
I
I
don't
reading
think I
the
ever
wrong-
have a mission list intent.
Am I reading the wrong schedule? Because mine, the one I found says Muggle music is next.
We don't roleplay everything. This
Okay, we're just skipping
herbology is
that.
the
Okay.
next pertinent class.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. That the schedule is really more for immersion and fun. If players do want to print them out, they are, letter size. So you put them up on a wall if you wanted to. Okay. I think Theo. Who are you
Yep.
practicing with?
I think he is going to practice with let's see. He might practice with I think Sam.
Hmm. Sam, as you go over, she says, "You weren't able to make it on the team last year either, were you?
Yeah, no.
I
But
hear they're
maybe we'll
doing
try
new
again this
tryouts
year.
this year.
Yeah. I'm definitely down to try. You want to practice together?
Are you legilimens?
No.
Oh, good. I was kind of worried there for a second that you could hear my thoughts.
No. Why would I read your thoughts?
I don't know. But plenty of
Do
people
you
have
want me to read your thoughts?
ill intent. Absolutely not. I thought you said you weren't a legilimens.
I mean, I have other ways of reading your thoughts.
Insight check. A 2. Sam now thinks you're a legilimens. You
Cool.
were reading my thoughts, weren't you?
Of course. I can see all. And Theo makes like a woo 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 with his hands, like as if he's some like what do you call it? Some seer of a seer or something, and he just goes, "Yes, I can see all in your brain." Obviously, don't test me, not in here. But anyway, uh,
What
you want
kind
to
of
practice
color am I
spiritually?
thinking of? She says, and you see her eyes flick down to your robe and then ask that.
I look at my robe. I look at her. I look at my robe. I look at her. Is the color red?
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully that'll come in handy on the Quidditch pitch.
Hey, if I can read minds, I can make sure that you win.
Why? I haven't offered anything to you other than practicing. Which, yes, by the way, of course.
Let's just say I'm feeling generous this year. A little bit of happened over the summer, so I'm not looking for any rivals, so to speak.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
And Theo will like bow and continue to like practice with her.
What spells do you attempt?
Um, Theo attempts, I believe. He attempts Arrest Momentum for a 12.
and Expelliarmus for 22.
12 and a 22, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, because your other ones are at A level, that 22 doesn't quite hit it, so it's still going to be an A there for you. Right. Sam throws out a few different spells at you. She really hits hard. There's a flipendo that hits you and get knocked up into the air, flying over 20 feet across the room and then skidding on the ground. She has a kind of sadistic look in her eye. You can tell she likes those heavy hits. She'd excel as a beater.
I think Theo shouts out, "Oh, so you're the type that's hitting people. Don't worry, I can hit you back." And he will
Don't be
cast.
starting those. Don't be starting those rumors. She says. And then what do you do?
He will cast Arrest Momentum at her.
She's not falling, so it won't affect. But maybe you could like flipendo and then arrest momentum. You catch her before that. Ooh, this would be good for practice. She hits the ground.
I
I
think
don't think I've ever heard you
will-
laugh before. She holds her wand in her hand and stares at you, kind of juggling it.
Theo retorts, "Hey, you gotta be funny in order to make me laugh."
Funny enough, I don't.
Huh?
Ricta Sempra. And I will roll to hit you.
Cool.
Oh shit. That's an 18 on the die. So I'm assuming that hits. In second year. There's a invisible wave of force that hits you in your chest. And what does Theo sound like when he laughs uncontrollably?
He kind of sounds like he's like the in between of like a little kid and an evil laugh, so it's going something like that.
And Sam laughs her butt off at hearing you for the first time with that. You two grow closer as you attempt these spells. Right. Meanwhile, Rhiannon, Wilfred walks over toward you. Hey, you're friends with Cassandra, right?
Yes.
Give her this. Tell her it'll help her do better in her biology class. And he hands you a little vial.
What color is it?
It is like a turquoise. And but you can see a place where a sticker has gone over what the label is underneath.
She like looks at him, looks at the vial, then looks at him. Who should I tell her it's from?
Well, can you take the fall for it? Just this once? I'll owe you.
Me take the fall.
It probably won't be that big of a deal. You can say that you got it from an older year.
Wilfred, I haven't gotten in trouble for anything. Yes, anything.
Exactly. You got it from an older year, and so you were just trying to help out a friend. Maybe an older year with an odd name, like Billium. Couldn't possibly be a billion in the school.
Right.
Don't you insult that man's name.
He's braver than you, by far.
Fine. Just this once, but only because you asked me. If it was anyone else, I'd make them drink it. And she plops it into her coat.
Do you want to like check under the sticker?
Oh
what
yeah,
it
no, yeah.
is?
She's like slides her nail underneath it and like slips it open.
Underneath it says Manic Monday. It is a Weasley Wizard Reese's product.
Oh my god, they're gonna make her bipolar.
She's
Stop.
already bipolar.
They're gonna make you
Has no
tripolar.
effect. It has no
Oh.
effect on her. She drinks it and she's like, I don't even like banana.
It's actually gonna counteract. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
safe.
it's actually her meds.
It's actually just the meds.
We're tricking Cassandra into medicating.
It's like when you give a pill to like a dog and you wrap it in cheese.
Yeah. You slide that sticker back on, and you and Wilfred begin practicing spells. Do you want to research anything?
I have an idea. It's very stupid and a complete waste of time. Do you want to try it?
Fuck yeah. I mean,
Uh,
that's kind of all I do in this class for the most part.
You're good at this class.
Not this year. Did you see me with the stone block? He points over toward a section of the class where a few stone blocks are still there, and you see a crater in the ground.
You just have to get more creative. Find someone who's sitting at a desk.
Oh yeah, because there's 1,000 desks around here. All the desks come clattering down to the floor from Tamamo and Nolan from earlier.
Oh, Nolan.
Well, now there is, but normally you sit at desks.
Well,
not in this class.
Well, look for a Ravenclaw. They're nerdy. They like to sit in desks.
Brett's sitting over by the stairs.
Over by the stairs. Needs to be liftable.
You
I'm
think you
sitting
could
at
do
a
it in
desk
someone's
right now.
shoes?
Oh, Fergus is sitting at a desk?
For the plot, yeah, I'll sit at a desk for you.
For the
There's
plot.
no
Nick.
desks. There's no. Thank you, Nick, but there are no desks. I had a better idea. And that was Wilfred's like, well, you could just cast on someone's shoes.
That's true. You know what, though? You gave me such a good idea with researching. I would love to do some experimentation.
Lead the way.
And she pulls out her wand, like the long, like ugly little bent stick, and she sets it down in front of him. Let's trade wands.
No. He hides his wand. My wand is had a crack in it, so it's getting repaired right now.
Wilfred, come on.
He has a hand
My wand's
behind his
terrible
back.
too.
It's
Give me
not-
your wand.
No, it's
She
not
like
that.
lunges
It's
for
not.
it.
It's not. You pull out his wand out of his hands, and it's significantly short. It's like most wands are like this. His is like this.
Well, you know what they say about wand length.
Rhiannon's is 14 inches.
Small hands.
So like,
Makes
yours
so
is
much
yours
sense.
is this long, and his is
Yeah.
fucking this. So they're next to each other, and they just look ridiculous. And
The relationship makes so much
looks
sense,
utterly
though.
emasculated.
Trade wands with me for today.
Back at Ollivander's, it did not go well when I was getting my wand.
Well, it didn't go well when I was getting mine. None of the ones that were set out worked for me. In fact, the only one that called me was one that was in a box. So,
Hold you?
yeah.
Telephone?
Yes. A telephone? What's a telephone?
Levi's dad works doing them. He sets them up in big towers. It's a bad joke. It's fine.
Right. Anyways, trade wands with me. Come on, it'll be fun. If you don't like it, by the end of this class, we can trade back.
Okay, fine. But if I break your wand, it's not my fault.
You're not gonna break my wand. She's a bitch.
Did you say that now? And he takes your wand. And I cannot
Alright.
be held liable for whatever that thing does to you. It's a
I'm sure
menace.
it'll be fine. It's so cute and little.
He clears his throat. And you guys get into like a fencing stance?
Mm-hmm.
What do we do first? Offensive charm? Offensive hex?
I want to try Cantus.
No, I don't want to sing. I want everyone to hear me sing. Fine. You're getting Kansas then.
Fine.
Points his one toward you. Fine.
Fine.
Kansas.
She got a... I guess I'll tell you the rolls. She got a 19 for Cantus and a 16 for Inverma Cerebra.
Okay. Wilfred successfully casted. Both of you rolled a hit.
Okay. Plus, what the hell is my to hit? Shibin. Oh, damn, I'm rolling like ass tonight. Do I have inspo? I don't.
Take it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yay. That's a 24 to hit.
Damn. He has a 22. So the two of you
yeah, that
guys
hits.
flick your wands out toward one another, and there is a purple blast from the Cantus that shoots out. And you watch the two spells like in a helix twirling around one another toward each of you. And when casted at the same time, you watch the magic begin to like pull toward one another, twisting around, and becomes one solid line between the two of your wands. Whoa! There's a heavy kickback that hits onto your or Wilfred's wand that you're holding there, and creates the line becomes like a long arc, and Wilfred is not able to control it either, and it shoots off on the right hand side, and you watch it arc out over people's heads and hit the right hand side of the class, and all of the windows in the class shatter in an instant, and the spell peters out. Whoa! The Rojas is very, very angry. Everybody stops and turns and points at Rhiannon and Wilfred.
Can I cast Nebulous to get them out of trouble? I have Nebulous because of advanced transfiguration.
If you had it locked
I mean,
in, then I would let you, but
Really?
I do transfig, and you already know so many of them.
Yeah, but like I attempted it.
You may attempt it now, but it doesn't count as an attempt.
Okay, I will take that. I got you. I got you. Don't.
Yes. Thank you.
Your streak of not getting in trouble cannot end like this. 15.
All right, Evelyn's like, Evelyn, take us through the flavor of what just happens for you. You see this happen. What do
I
you do?
think Evelyn, having been used to Rhiannon and Wilfred's hijinks at this point, after the tumultuous first year, has gotten to the point where their explosions in DADA don't really phase her. They kind of like blow her hair back a little bit, and she just kind of like blinks. And then when Rojas is like, "What the hell?" she immediately is like, "Fuck, what's the spell called? I've always already forgotten. Nebulous. Nebulous."
And you watch around Rhiannon and Wilfred, who are stuck there like deers in the headlights, as Rojas points out toward them. A cloud billows around them, and Wilfred goes, "Run for it!
Let's go. And she like run out of the glass.
Yes, run!" And Professor Rojas is like, I saw your faces! He's running after you for a little bit, but you guys get out of there.
Yes, lose the house points. Let us win our arbitrary dumb house game.
Keep your house
Yeah.
points. We have fear.
-5 house points to Slytherin and -5 house points to Hufflepuff.
Oh, I get to add something to Rhiannon's list. Let's go, FPS points.
And that's where we'll take our break. We'll come back in 10 minutes.
Yay!
10
And
minutes.
we'll be
Yeah.
doing herbology class.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that tabletop role player in your life? For that podcaster? For that little sister that keeps going on and on about shiny math rocks? Well, look no further. OBP Musical has you covered. Original theme music for your characters, worlds, podcasts, and more. Has your bard written lyrics about a party member's tragic demise? Let us compose to them. Or better yet, let us write those lyrics for you. But the goodness, no, greatness, doesn't stop there. How would you like a cast member of Les Miserables, Disney, or Come From Away to sing your pieces? Oh, you bet you would. Fully orchestrated cinematic pieces. Pieces like this. Who'd rise to meet the call, who'd fiercely face the danger, be a hero to them all. For the hordes of people we have 8 vocalists, 7 composers, 2 lyricists, and an admin team ready to take your request. For as low as $60 US, you can get your own musical theme. OBP Musical, making fantasy a reality.
Hey, everybody. I just found something else. I just found something out. That I'm like, whoa. Anyone else a fan of Gravity Falls and Owl House?
Yeah.
So it's pretty obvious. They have similar animation styles, but they are made by different people.
Are there going to be spoilers for Gravity Falls? Because I've been thinking of getting into it.
You should definitely get into it. I won't spoil anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, not a real spoiler. It's like something I watched the whole series. I didn't even know. So there's Alex Hirsch who made Gravity Falls, and there's Dana Terrence who made Owl House, and apparently they dated for years.
No
Yeah.
shit.
And
Yeah.
and they made essentially their OCs exes. Which is kind of funny. They set their universes in the same universe, of the same multiverse. Apparently, Grunkle Stan and Ida are exes.
Oh, I do remember hearing about that. That craziness.
That's canonical.
Yeah.
I do love the like line of artists you can pull from like Gravity Falls, because it goes Gravity Falls into Steven Universe into Owl House, and it like branches out from there and then the other places.
This is like that grand unification video game theory, but for cartoons.
Gravity Falls went into Rick and Morty too.
Don't forget.
The marketing's getting to me.
Stop! Did it actually?
Oh yeah.
I've actually watched Rick and Morty, and I didn't know that.
It is the smallest bit of information, but
what about
I'll
Rick and
tell
Morty?
you later. Oh, Gravity Falls went into Rick and Morty.
Why?
It is such a small detail, but it's so funny.
I can't watch
I need
Rick
you
and
to
Morty
message me about it, please.
All right, I will.
Because of Dan, not Dan Harmon, the other guy.
Schneider?
No, is that his name?
I don't know. That's the only Dan I know that was like fucked up.
No, it's Dan Harmon, and the other guy is the showrunners. Of,
I don't know.
of that show. Oh, that's gonna eat at me. That's gonna eat at me. Justin Roiland, yeah. After what he did, I'm like, we can't watch it anymore.
Fair.
Sorry, yeah. I just found that out, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could see that. And by the way, just before we fully get going, Will, I saw that you grabbed new art, huh?
Yeah, finally.
So it's not needed. Sikrin didn't do them. Sikrin normally does one art that's just ambiguous with its age, and he just keeps it for nearly the duration of the campaign.
I'll get special occasions here and there.
But I'm gonna pull it up, and Theo, I think we'd all love to hear how Theo has changed over the next year. Phyllis.
I think Theo, he is obviously like everybody else is growing a little bit taller, but I think he's not a Muslim mom just yet. So all he has is just his bones have just grown a little bit stronger. He's basically a cardio kid as of right now. So he's just been doing a lot of running. His dad over the summer has made him do a lot of like running and stuff like that. And I guess the milestone I would attribute to where Theo's at right now, other than like obviously his hair is growing out a little bit more, his chin is a little bit chiseled out. He kind of is like had his accidental first sip of alcohol. But it was within a family setting, so that is how Theo's changed so far.
He's a tween. He's becoming a young man.
He's becoming a young man.
Love it. Thank you very much for the new art. I love it. Right. Herbology. A few classes later in the day, you have your very first herbology class for the entire year. And people start to filter into Greenhouse 2 for the time being. And you can see the area is mostly devoid of anything right now. Nothing has been brought in. And so people are just kind of starting to get up and are looking at the curriculum this year and not really sure what you're going to be starting. Your professor seems to be maybe a little bit late, but you're here a little bit early too. And as people are getting set up, Juniper has been going around from person to person, talking to them here and there. And she has like a little woven basket, and in it are these tiny little bottles. She hands some off to Wilfred and to Billy and Drusilla and heads over. Brooke, you here?
Oh, I didn't hear a name or anything when after
She
you said
"Hey,
heads over.
Evelyn."
Oh, hi. How can I help you?
I'm doing a little kind of get together. We're writing letters to Professor Sprout. Just
How
to kind of
sweet.
wish her well in her retirement. I thought it would be kind of cute to put them in these little bottles. The house elves got them for me. Don't know where they got them, but would you like one?
Of course, I would love nothing more.
I'll be sending them out at the end of the week, so just get it back to me. Write something nice and roll it up and stick it inside and cork it. And yeah.
You won't be reading these, will you? Me and Sprout have had many personal conversations last year. I wouldn't want it to get out.
No,
You know.
no, it should be just between you and her, and there's not many staff changes that happen at this school, so I hear. And, so it's kind of significant. I mean, didn't our newest teacher say that he was taught by her?
He did. And I believe before Rojas, there were quite a few staff changes when it came to DADA. My brother used to talk about it.
Huh. I didn't know. Oh, here's your bottle. And what she hands you is a cleaned out you ever see like the tiny versions of the Jack Daniels?
Yes, shot bottle.
Sample.
Oh,
Wait,
Shot
she's-
I think
Hold
I think
on.
we found out where they came from.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
So she got a bunch of these tiny little bottles from the house elves who
Who
found
were
them while
cleaning
cleaning.
his room. Mm-hmm.
Does he just take the samples?
They aren't the samples, they're the shots that you buy at the
house
counter.
elves cleaned them all out and apparently had a little bit of trouble getting the stickers off, but they're all clean now.
Thank you. I'll make sure to get this back to you after class. My message won't be too long. And then once Juniper heads off, she'll start writing on it, and she will write January 2nd, 2010, 4:53 a.m.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh,
In the bottle.
So paranoid. Oh, wow. Wow. Roll me a d20. That's vile.
I think that's worth a corruption point, honestly.
That's what the d20's for.
Oh, okay.
We'll see.
19.
No, you don't get one. But
you get off with not getting one barely, but it's definitely worthy of one. You're just reigniting this poor woman who is in the hospital for paranoia. Her paranoia.
I'm pretty sure the
I
Joker
want that
did
bitch on
with a low point.
Xanax.
just imagine her. She's recovering. She's thinking that she might come back maybe next year. She's been reading all these nice letters that people are sending. She's crying, and then she pulls out one. No. Starts going like hysteric, and the what do they call them? Like the guys come in dressed in white. All right, Pomona.
We have
Or
a
maybe
green.
these are those guys.
Fucking
Yeah,
She gets
go
put in
green,
a
go
straight
green.
jacket.
Yeah.
Code green. Combative patient. So good.
Oh.
I know all the codes because I had
She
them.
grabs one of the bottles and shatters it on like an edge and like is going to try to stab one
Jesus
of them.
Christ. This is the dark timeline for Sprout.
Yeah.
Sprout murders. Well, hold on.
Sprout's the new
Okay.
big bad.
Wait, she has. Okay, hold on. It's code white now.
Orderly, that's what they're called. Orderlies.
God, she's an armed intruder now, so now it's
Inspiration,
code white.
Brooke. That's one of the funniest shit you've done in a long time.
Thank you.
And
God.
Fergus, Juniper comes around toward you. Letters for Sprout.
Yes,
Want to
please.
get in on it?
Yes.
We just have a few more bottles left, so.
Yeah.
You were pretty close with the faculty out here, right?
Oh, yeah, they practically raised me. I was really upset for a bit when they told me Sprout was going to St. Mungo's.
She always called me Miss Byrne. She always called you Fergus.
Yeah. I guess it's a little different when you know them your entire life. Really. Yeah. Can I get a couple of those bottles? I think I need a bigger one, actually.
A couple? Maybe if you use Reducio, you might be able to kind of get it temporarily smaller.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
Here.
I want to also send
You can
her a
have one of the
plate.
bigger ones. She hands you one that was clearly an Everclear bottle.
Stop.
Yeah, I get the Everclear bottle.
Oh, he would.
Thank you. Yeah. And then I'll take. I'm just like nabbing all her shit that's in here. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I'll nab this one for the actual note. The Everclear bottle's for a plant.
Wilfred walks over toward Gwyn. All right, Gwyn, drink this.
Drink what?
This. He has a little vial.
She looks at it. What is it?
No questions. Drink.
She'll take the bottle.
You asked me for my help. I'm helping you.
She'll look down, and then she'll look up at Wilfred and say, This means a lot to me, I've been really sad about this. So you going out of your way to help me repair this relationship means a lot to me. And then she'll drink it.
Inside Wilfred's mind's like, oh no. Like he's got guilt. He looks guilty. When you take it down, he's like takes the vial back and like
So what does it do?
sure, everything will be okay in a couple days.
Did he just ignore her when she asked?
Oh, sorry, you asked something?
Yeah, I said, what does it do?
You'll find out.
Yeah, she'll go sit next to Cass now that she drank the bottle.
Oh no, she's probably still pretty mad at you for now. Yeah, why don't we hang out this class, right? New teacher, we could probably pull a pretty funny prank on him.
Okay, sure.
And he like pulls you away as Rhiannon goes over toward Cass.
Wilfred is the worst trip sitter ever.
Cassie.
Or maybe the best, depending on who you ask.
Hi.
Hi. Do you mind if I, stand next to you for this class?
No, that's fine.
Oh, thank you. I noticed you look a little bit upset.
It's not really that important. It's fine.
Now, Rhiannon, Cassandra did really well last year when it came to herbology. So you might need a make her a little worried about the new curriculum.
I heard second year herbology is meant to be incredibly difficult. And we get a new professor who might not know the curriculum. I'm sure everything will be fine, though. And then she takes a glance over at Gwyn and then looks back. I don't think old Carrot Top, though, is going to do very well. And she pulls out a vial and tosses it in her hand. I snatched this from her. Heard her talking to one of the upper years. Apparently, she got this little number off of them. Some dude named Billiam, I think. Apparently, she was going to use this to wow your little plant lover friend.
Oh.
Supposedly, it's supposed to make you really good at herbology.
Okay.
Strange. I don't think I remember her talking to her until you started talking to her. Must just be a redhead that has a thing for redheads.
As soon as you say that, she's just gonna drink it.
Take it. Whoa. All right. Cool.
Oh, all right. Well, best of luck on that front. Oh, Nolan, honey, over here. You can come stand by me.
Thank goodness. I don't know if this new professor is going to agree with me or not.
Well, he looks young and not as ornery.
The door at the end of the herbology class, opens up suddenly as a cart is wheeling into the room. Sorry about that, everyone. Actually, just a minute early. Normally I'm here about 15 minutes early, or I'm going to be, that's my plan. But I had to grab these bad boys. Oh, everybody, Snuggleworm earmuffs on, please. They should have been in your first year or second, or this is second year, right? Yeah.
Right, second year.
No, it's
second year
third.
supply list. Very funny. What's your name?
Elaine.
You're lying to him?
Yes.
All right. And so he
He's gonna make his
nods.
first day hell.
Yep. Yeah, he now thinks that Evelyn's name is Elaine.
Professor.
Just a second, Phil. On first. Earmuffs on. That's priority number 1. Your safety is my problem. So
What?
he places his wand in his throat, and you can suddenly hear his voice in your headphones. Your safety is my problem.
Eric just nods like, ooh, cool trick.
Fergus still has his hand up.
It's very nice to meet you all. I am Professor Longbottom. I have had a passion when it comes to herbology for a very, very long time. In fact, I would say that for the first few years of Hogwarts, the plans were just about my only friends. So, yes, Mr. He points toward Fergus. Mr.
Well, he said my name first. I figured. Filch.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes. Is it true that you lost Gryffindor 150 house points when you let a prisoner into the Gryffindor Tower?
Ooh, can I do that as well?
You let a prisoner
I don't know what
in
your
and
father
they're
has
letting
told
you
you.
teach.
He says. but my school days and what happened down there is none of your concern. Except for your plant friends, you can hear Ernisia say. Let's begin. Everybody please take one from the cart and take it over to your own area. Do not drop them. And you guys can see a bunch of small clay pots with a few green leaves peeking up out of the soil. Everyone please find your spots, please. I assume you have spots. Yes, we have spots, Gemma says. She looks around like, oh my gosh, can you fucking believe this guy?
We're gonna cause this man so much hell.
All right. Now, can anyone hazard a guess as to what we might be working on? It's a
And
D4 to chicken. Little hint, we'll be working on them for the remainder of the year.
Also hand, but I don't.
Herbology checks.
Okay, how do I make it add the D4? Yeah, here it is.
oh, sadness.
9.
Fail my herbology. I don't know shit about herbology.
22.
Just a reminder that probably chicken, you probably thought that I was already done with my sentence, and that's completely fine.
Sorry.
But just a reminder, just in case, we only put up hands after I'm done my sentence.
Okay, sorry, my mistake.
Immediately. As best as you can, but it's easier for the people who have played this before, because then they normally can kind of remember when my sentence ends. But so I don't hold it against you. Okay. Sorry. So who got highest?
I think I did.
So
I got
he looks around the
22.
room for a little bit, and says, "Elaine, what about you? Are you able to identify?"
Mandrake?
Well, that was quick. I was expecting maybe to go around the room a little bit more before coming to the right answer, but yes. These are mandrakes. Now, mandrakes, as we know, are sentient plants. Not to be confused with other types of sentient plants, such as venomous tentacula or fanged geranium. These ones specifically actually have a bit of knowledge, understanding to them. And they're going to be growing up for a while. Right now, they're just little babies. But take them up out of the soil, and they can become pretty deadly. I've seen them in action before. I'm sorry. Are they going to kill us? Billy asks awkwardly, and Eric, you can feel like a grip on your sleeve.
I'm going to just reach down and hold her hand.
I mean,
And,
yes, they can't kill you.
I mean, if anybody wants to die, please take your earmuffs right now.
No. No,
And-
we wear earmuffs for safety, but not at this age.
So we shouldn't do this. Rhiannon holds out her pot, almost as if she's going to drop it.
That's exactly what you should do. Yeah, please put it back. He has his
What
wand
about this?
on his side, at the ready.
What about this? And she will flip it upside down and then right back up like a DQ cup.
All right. Hands up, everybody. Hands up. I'm gonna make a persuasion check to see if he has control of the class or if no one listens to him.
Can I get
That's a 12. A few people put their hands up.
Fergus has his hands up. He's not going to disobey a rule.
We're going to listen first, and then we're going to act, but not before we learn. Okay?
While Fergus has his hands up, I think Theo's going to try to go behind Fergus and remove his earmuffs.
Make a sleight of hand check, Theo.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna sneak up on me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fergus has observance, so you're gonna have to roll pretty fucking high.
That's pretty
21.
fucking high.
It's not high enough, isn't it? 25. What's your
No,
passive?
he hits exactly. It's a 20. It's 21. It's exactly
Makes
my
it,
passive.
beats it. Yo, fuck yeah, man.
It's exactly my passive.
Okay, so you like go over and and Logan hand underneath and kind of like takes them and just creates this little train where he hides them away. Fergus seemingly is unaware.
Theo will go back to his normal spot, not giving any indication that he just did that.
There is mandrakes come in a few different forms. First, you have them as babies, and then they grow up into about teenagers. You start getting acne. You need acne cleansing, and they can be very, very fussy at that age. And then you start to get into the more of the mature, which, when they are not mandrakes, they become what? As adults, they have a different name. And who got second highest of that previous roll?
I think that was me.
I think
Who
it's a
got-
tie.
Oh,
Is it?
Who got
Oh wait,
tie?
I forgot you had a D4, don't you?
Eric had his hand up first before, so I'll give it to him. He looks around Borson, and I'll send it to you, I guess.
It's called a Mandragora, isn't it?
Wait.
You got it. 5 points to Ravenclaw, 5 points to Slytherin. So Slytherin's now at 0, and Ravenclaw's now at 10.
Wait, hold up. Houses can go into negative points?
That's correct.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
There was one game where we were at like negative 40.
That was mine because I was playing Icarus.
Yeah.
I had beef with Dildro, like personal beef, and made it my mission to get as many points taken away by him as possible.
Oh god.
Nice.
The Bane of Slytherin and the Bane of Hufflepuff. Flashing. Okay. Mandragora. Yes, fully matured Mandragora have enough concussive force to even crack stone or kill a troll. He has like a slight PTSD moment where he just like spaces out and then.
Is it true that there was a troll in the tower in the grounds on your first year here?
Did your father like give you historical records every year? Or?
Well, I usually read all the reports on like how people got good points and bad points. It's honestly a fun pastime.
What a pastime.
He's a professional snitch, Professor. Don't blame him.
If you need any information, Professor, I got you.
Good to know.
Honestly, Professor, I think we should just be having fun and not listening to whatever Fergus says.
Well, fun is not exactly the output of today. We are looking for being precise. We are going to be repotting these mandrakes. The mandrakes are starting to grow a little bit too big, so we want to start getting them into some larger accommodations. You start putting them into too big accommodations, and you don't get very good water drainage. You put them in too small, and you end up with a malformed mandragora, or they start peeking up out of the soil, and we do not want that. Because what we're all going to do, it's very simple, at least on the first go. You're going to get a firm grip right around the base of the stem here. Do not just grab the leaves. They hate that. And tug upward, and you. What comes out suddenly? The ugliest damn root baby you've ever seen, and it immediately opens its eyes and mouth and screams. Just
I would.
Top of
I am
its lungs.
so glad your audio cut out right then.
Yep.
I would say it's cute, but I don't think I get to say it's cute.
You probably don't. Make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Everybody.
No, just me.
just
Oh.
Fergus.
Just Fergus.
That's a 6.
Uh-huh. And Fergus immediately passes out, and it was a 6? You hit
Yep.
your head on the side of the table.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
bleeding.
fuck.
I had a corner, so I'm like extra bleeding. I'm like,
Ooh.
No,
You just-
no, that's a nat one. We're not nat oneing it.
okay, cool.
And
You
wounds
actually just
bleed
die.
like hell.
You actually
Somebody please help Mr. Filch. Okay,
Theo
you're just
will
gonna
grab
put it
him.
into a new pod, and he like runs
What?
over to help.
Professor, what are you saying?
Pull out more mandrakes, Professor.
Theo
Drop
pulls out
it?
another mandrake.
Oh, Theo pulls out one. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. But no, I
s-
think Theo is actively helping Filch out as of right now.
And Fergus, you were taken back to the hospital, and you're like kind of coming in and out of consciousness. And Professor Longbottom says, "Don't worry, this happened to me my first year." It's like gets you ready, and you get shipped out of class to the thing. You'll still get to make your check, however. And Theo, gain a
Yes.
corruption point.
Let's go.
Why are we like the most corrupted party already in second year?
Does everybody have one now?
No, Eric does not, and I intend to keep it
I
that
think
way.
Eric and Fergus don't.
Yeah.
I have several.
Don't worry.
Yet more
Theo's
evidence
gonna
that Ravenclaw is the best.
No, don't worry. Theo's gonna make them join the dark side one of these days.
Everyone
Yeah.
point to the Ravenclaw table, and it's just Weenie Hut Juniors.
He has to go to Weenie Hut General.
You have
Is
to
that like
kill
General
me.
Mills?
You have to kill
No,
me, Theo.
Weenie Hut General is the hospital.
Oh shit!
Everybody, please make me a herbology check. As when he returns, him and Theo, the class will continue, and you guys all are going to be pulling out your own mandrakes and trying to
Ow.
repot them.
I rolled a
Hey,
4.
Eric, you wanna
Hey,
wanna trade, buddy?
Luck point. I'm gonna reroll that.
Oh no,
Oh, hey, do you want to trade? I have one more.
I rolled
I'll
a
do
6.
it. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I don't have to use my
Win.
inspo then. Like,
I want at least a decent.
We both
grade
got
on
the
this
same
class.
thing.
The potion really worked for me at cast.
The potion's so good.
The potion actually helped. Did you guys get really good?
We both got unnatural 20s.
That's fucking dope.
Oh.
Okay, so Gwyn and Cassandra got unnatural 20s. Cool. And then Eric, what'd you get?
I rolled a 4, and then luck pointed it to a 6.
Okay, well that is technically a grade higher. You get to make me a con save.
Oh, I
Um,
don't wanna.
Good.
4 luck points.
Did you know that? Well,
6. What is with this? It's the exact same thing.
Eric, you wake up in the hospital wing.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I saw this funny TikTok that was like, did you know that if you don't want to be hit in combat in D&D, all you have to do is say no to your DM,
True.
and they legally can't hit you.
It works.
nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
No.
Hey,
No,
Alex,
Can
it's
can I
confirm it
just-
does work on Alex.
Can I
They
It
just?
has to be doors.
They
That's
can
how it
say roll a
works.
con save. You
Guys,
failed.
Nick is trying to talk to me. Nick?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, can I just critical that hit on the boss, please? Just real quick.
Funny. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Never mind. It's not important.
Sorry, I thought
Oh,
Nick had like an actual question for me.
No, it was just a dumb thing.
Evelyn.
Honestly, there's a lot of things that we can note out of, and definitely boss battles is just have a door in front of you. Just note that real quick.
I'm Sikrin. You, Jess, and Brooke, we were all in a major battle of the campaign that we essentially noped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we?
Yeah. Brooke, you said it was one of your most favorite fights we had ever done because we still did the fight,
Dude,
but
I
it was
don't
all
remember
narrative.
shit.
You said it was. I was really proud of myself because you said it was the
I
best
know. I
combat you've
don't
ever
doubt
done.
that it was like the best combat. I have memory issues too, Alex.
How do I give it
I remember
away
it.
without giving it
I remember
away?
it.
Sikrin messaged me it.
Hold on.
Yeah, Sacramento message you. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So a group did do that. They were like, we don't want to do this very necessary and very scary battle that we know is coming up, and we just made it a narrative thing.
Yeah, it was also a combat averse group. Like we all knew we were gonna be stressed the fuck out and feeding off of each other's stress the entire time. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
So you can do it, but it has to be like a group thing. Sikrin did really cool. Sikrin, didn't you release a Fiend Fire, or am I thinking of a different game where you did that?
Different game.
That was cool though in that
Mhm.
fight when you released a Fiend Fire, and it just grew
Yeah.
so big so quickly.
Oh, I forgot
Oh.
about something important for herbology.
Okay, sorry. Evelyn, what'd you get?
I got a
Elaine.
19.
I'm just gonna put that right there.
What?
A 19.
Brooke, you
Sorry,
cut out.
you
What'd you
were
get?
cutting out a little bit. I got
Oh,
a
okay.
19.
Probably me then. Lucas.
I got a 17.
Nice. Gwyn. No, I already got Gwyn. You got dirty 20. Rhiannon.
8.
Make a con save. Tamamo.
I got a 12.
That succeeds.
Yes, that just meets the DC, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Theo.
4.
Make a con save. We had quite a few con saves this time. Damn.
I feel vindicated. I usually always have to make one, and now I didn't.
Rhiannon.
17 on the con save.
Okay, so yeah, you feel like a little woozy holding yours, and ooh, take your earmuffs and place them back on properly. They were a little off.
Theo got a 22 on his concept.
Yeah, cool, wonderful. So based on your roll, you guys are going to all tell me what your mandrake looks like. Now, I have some art, I guess, that can get your brains going. And yes, Nick sent the funny picture that he made of Sprout from last episode.
Good old Sprout.
Come on. Mandrake. There they are. You know, I'll just open it up instead. Open in browser. They can come in all different shapes and sizes. They look like weird roots. Sometimes their heads are really big. Sometimes their legs are really big. Bellies. Just kind of a caricature, really, of them. And based on your rolls, you're going to tell me what yours looks like. So I got your grades in. Cassandra, you got a dirty 20. What is your mandrake look like?
Like a fat Buddha.
Even has like the cheeks and everything.
Mm.
Love it. So keep that in mind. In fact, I might recommend you type that in your hidden, because we are going to be working on these all year. Fat Buddha. Tamamo, what does yours look like? You only got a 12.
I feel like Tamamo's is shaped kind of like a gourd. You know, like the little gourd jugs that they got.
Yeah. It's like bottom heavy, like it has like a
Yeah.
long head and then like a rotund belly.
Yeah.
Love it. When you're like pulling this thing out and looking at it, you can I'm gonna add something. You can see next to you Ernisia like look like she's about to laugh. Almost spit taking. You're not sure what. You can't really hear her because you have the earmuffs on, but she points at the side of it. Like, what? And you twist it and you can see it's got one just buff arm on one side.
Huh. Okay then.
Bernicia leans over toward you after packing her dirt down and takes the little hand and shakes the hand.
Just give him the like a little what we got in here, like the clippers and whatnot. Just put it in the hand. See if you can actually use them.
Make a herbology check to see if you have armed your mandrake.
No, that's a 5.
You like put like the little clippers in its hand, like you and Ernisi are fucking around. You put the clippers in its hand, and its arm is because it's still screaming, right? So and its arm is going wild, and Ernisi has to jump back, like whoa, and it's starting to like fling the clippers around like it's gonna cut somebody, it's gonna hurt somebody, and then it flings the clippers back like clippers embed itself into its head. She looks back at Longbottom, and he's like dealing with some other people, like Theo, who has his earmuffs off, and get out of that, get out of that.
Yep, just quick like clear that out, pat it down.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a root, so it's you know it's not like this isn't deadly to it. So, like Ernisia just like licks her finger and like puts it over the little wound and then put it back into the ground. Keep all that in mind next time we unearth this thing. Hold that down somewhere.
You got it.
Okay, Eric, what does yours look like? You got very bad?
It's basically like Kirby. It's like a sphere with a couple little tiny arm and leg nubs, a couple little tiny eyes, and then its body is like 90% mouth. So it has this really loud scream, and it also reached out and bit me.
And you're like, whoa, that's a big mouth. And
Yep. Exactly.
I love that. Inspiration.
Oh, thank you. I'll write that down.
That is Eric. Evelyn, what does yours look like?
I think if mandrakes could have like a poster child for what a mandrake should be, it would be Evelyn's. It is very prim and proper, and it might even be growing a little flower, but
might even be demure.
Yes, it's very demure, very classy, very cutesy, very mindful.
Like we're talking like it's a poster child, so like there's no like weird bumps or kind of like almost like boil looking things. It's like very round, very smooth, looking just like the proportions of a baby, almost uncanny valley. Yeah. Love it. A little flower on the top. Do you name it?
Oh God, no.
Please, McLean, name it.
Absolutely not. Evelyn does not form emotional attachments to plants.
Okay, that's Evelyn. Fergus.
Yes, I assume
What does yours
after
look
I
like?
I assume because I fucking had to do a remedial fucking class to repot this fucking thing because I passed the fuck out.
You do it later in the week, yeah.
Yeah. Fergus's is weird because like most mandrakes look like little weird wrinkle babies, but his kind of has this like weird cat looking face. Just for some reason, like the roots grow out from his face, so it looks like whiskers, and he has two big floppy leaves on the top that look like cat ears. And it's just like that's not what it's supposed to look like.
Oh, and that mean he would
Fergus,
have
it
like
looks like
little
your
like
mom.
stubby legs and legs that like kick upward.
Did you say that to me? You say it looks like my mom?
Yeah. Mrs.
Uh,
Norris?
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
Chris, I want you to make
So
a
you agree?
charisma saving throw, please.
Wait, which who makes charisma saving throw?
Evelyn says that looked like your mom, and like I feel like that might kind of be a sore spot for you, Fergus.
Yeah, it kind of really is.
Make a
Oh,
charisma
shit,
saving
it
throw.
Okay, I'll make a. That's a 9.
Okay. I'm not going to make you freak out by any means. You know, do what your character would do, but that really, like, you can feel that you're incredibly upset. How is Fergus feeling? What's going on?
I think Fergus just like kind of like he was kind of moving to like make sure, but like he just freezes for a sec. And it's like, oh yeah, that's funny. I didn't really. Yeah, real funny, Evelyn. Thanks. He'll just kind of like replot it and just kind of like just walk away, kind of like that, because he just can't be there right now.
Evelyn, you've never seen Fergus so much in a huff. Not only that, Fergus, you could feel like that shock wash over you, that like cold sweat, the thumping of your own heart.
Yeah, usually Fergus is kind of calm, more excited than anything. But yeah, he's definitely more worked up than anything.
I have an idea for you, Nick, and you tell me if it fits.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that you like take your clippers and just like
into my mandrake, or just into the floor.
No, into like the cutting board or something.
Oh yeah, I think Fergus would do that because like he doesn't like to yell. He doesn't want to like be mean to people. He's not like actively a dick. He just wants to make sure everyone's following the rules and stay safe.
And so yeah, Evelyn, you see this kind of surprising reaction from him.
I think she kind of jumps a little bit because she's not expecting such a reaction from Fergus.
Yeah, then I think Fergus would actually just leave herbology. Like, I gotta go, Professor.
Yeah. I had a thing with my dad, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta go,
Damn, Catboy Fergus confirmed.
Inspiration, Brooke.
Thank you.
Shit. Inspiration, Nick. It's wonderful.
Nick, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that would be a sore spot for Fergus.
It is well, now you know it's a sore spot for me.
Yeah.
I've been very well keeping it hidden.
Catboy Fergus. Shaking my head.
Gwyn, you got a dirty 20. What does yours look like?
Yeah, Quinn's feeling great all of a sudden. She doesn't know why. She thinks it's the potion. She pulls out the mandrake, and it's like all head, and it kind of looks like Hansard Squidward in a way. Like
all
mandrake.
head.
Yeah.
It's all head.
Yeah.
You got the Sigma one.
Yeah.
You got the mandrake that's been mewing.
Yeah. It's just not it's like as easy to deal with as any mandrake would be. It's just, it's doing the face.
It's all chin. Just all chin.
Yeah.
Love it. Rhiannon.
Yeah.
So you got like a 6, I think?
8.
8?
It was an 8.
What'd you get?
hers is like rail thin. It's basically like a really long root, has like a super tiny face, but a huge ass.
Not a thick mandrake.
Damn, that mandrake gonna make me act up.
How could you get the head out, but why did the ass stay in the pot?
I had
That's
to
crazy.
break
I
the
thought
pot, and I had to break the pot
That's
to get this
why-
baby out.
You needed a bigger pot.
Mandrake
my
with a fat
goodness.
ass was not on my fucking bucket list.
Your session bingo card.
Yeah.
I love that inspiration, Jess.
Thank you.
Theo, now you did really bad. So
Yeah.
what the fuck does yours look like?
It essentially looks like the bottom portion looks like somebody who's doing cardio, and the top portion just looks like a bulked out gym rat, and with just a big like scrunched up face in the middle. Yeah,
He's the
Just get
shape of a
clickbait,
Dorito
dude.
chip.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And, like there's no neck, right?
No
To the
neck,
head.
no neck whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Just round.
It's a thumb.
It's a thumb. That's great. That's great. Okay. Um. And with that, herbology class comes to an end. The day drones long, and people head off to bed. And Cassandra. In the morning, there's like you feel a little weird. There's a sensation that's washing over you, and you look around your room. You're really tired. And you don't really notice that much that your room is slightly different than it was before. You put your legs down off the bed and your slippers aren't there.
Okay. Can I look around the room to see like what else is different? Like I know it's different, but
It's really early in the morning, so you may make an investigation check at disadvantage.
got it. There's a 10 total.
Yeah. You look around like, ugh, where'd I put them? You can hear people getting ready already in the bathroom, and you know that if you're late, you're not going to be able to get in the shower. Actually, um, what part of the morning routine do you keep up with the most, Cassandra? Is there a part of it that like what routine do you stick by?
I think she wakes up and then she brushes her teeth.
Okay. So you know that like a lot of people like crowd around the mirrors if you're not early. So in fact, you must have slept in. Normally you get up early. So you get up and you walk out, into the bathroom, and you can see there are a few other people here, and Juniper's like brushing her teeth right now. Oh, hi.
Morning.
Oh,
What time is it?
It is 5:30. You're up pretty early. Oh no, so
5:30.
it's nearly 6:30. She says you normally get up at 5:30.
Oh, I must have slept in for some reason.
Yeah, like that's very different.
What?
Oh come on, you're like always lazing around in your bed, especially on the weekend.
No, I'm not.
Are you gonna be doing practicing Quidditch with me, like you said, or are you gonna flake out this time?
What?
Don't yell at me.
You don't play Quidditch.
I like Quidditch. Are you okay?
You like movies?
And Quidditch.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I watched all the games last year. They were pretty amazing.
I watched the games last year. You weren't there.
Dude, we sat together.
No. Saoirse was there.
She like shakes her head, and then coming in through the doorway. Oh, look out!
What?
And don't look.
I'll
I
turn
know
to
that you two
look.
haven't really been in the best of terms. Don't. You turn, expecting to see Gwen, and you see a girl you've never seen before entering into the bathroom. Dylan, you walk into the bathroom, and you see a girl you've never seen before. At first you thought it was Delilah. Red hair and all. And Cassandra, first you thought it might be Rin. The hair's too long. And then it both hits you at the same time. You're looking out at yourselves.
What?
Juniper, she like rubs her eyes. Did someone mess with me?
That's me.
That's me, she'll say.
You guys are freaking me out. Normally I can handle the two of you when you're fighting. This is a whole
No.
ball
No.
game.
I'm her. She's me.
I'll like grab her hair and I'll say, "Is this not right to you?"
Ow.
Cassandra, seriously, hands to yourself.
Juniper, did you do something to me? What is going on?
I didn't do anything to you.
And why am I standing right in front of myself?
She's going to make an insight check. That is an 18. Gwyn?
What? Wait. She looks at the other Gwen. She's like, "Am I
And
Gwen?"
then looks at you. If you guys could please change your names.
Oh,
Yup.
no.
And if you
Yup.
you could save, and if you wanted, put the other person's art even.
Oh my gosh. Did we Freaky Friday?
We Freaky
Manic
Friday.
Monday. Yeah. Do you guys get it now? Manic Monday?
Yeah.
God damn it.
But in game, it's Tuesday though.
It's a Tuesday.
It only works on Mondays, and they drank it on Monday.
They switched bodies on a Tuesday.
All right, where's your art?
I just want to
Nice.
say character art, yeah.
Oh my gosh. How? There's some weird freaky magic shit? Morning, guys, Rin says, coming into the bathroom. Don't tell anybody for the first little bit. Morning, Rin. Had a good sleep? Yeah. Is anyone using the shower? Not yet. Rin hops
Go
in.
ahead.
Do I feel like myself or do I feel more emotional, kind of like how Cass feels usually?
You feel like yourself.
Okay.
I think Gwyn, Cass, me is gonna like pull against you, Cass, Gwyn. Arm. Don't cast magic. Don't. At all.
Why? What did you do to me?
Don't.
Is this another one
I
of your
didn't do anything.
things?
I didn't do anything. Just don't cast magic.
Okay. Can we stop fighting for like 5 seconds, please? We gotta figure this out. I'll do a little bit of research. In the meantime, we don't know if we could get in trouble for something like this. Or if all of Hufflepuff could get in trouble. So, keep it quiet, okay? Just for today. I'll get back to you by the end of today. I promise.
Am I supposed to act like Cass?
To the best of your ability, yeah?
Just don't talk to people. It's fine.
How am I going to take part in classes if you don't want me to cast magic?
Pretend. I don't know.
Oh, so you just want me to tank your grades then? Because you're not tanking mine.
I don't care about my grades compared to this.
Okay.
So don't cast magic.
All right. You guys, we cut to walking through the hallways, and you have History of Magic class coming up soon. We enter into the History of Magic lecture hall, and Cass and Gwyn sit down next to Tamamo and Theo, who are already in class.
You two are sitting together. I thought you two were having a spat.
Well, we worked it out. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I think
There's a very definitive raised eyebrow towards you, Cat.
I think through like hearing Cass try to mimic Gwen just makes her laugh a little bit. And she's trying to she probably just has her head down on the desk, trying not to look at anybody, trying not to give anything away.
How loud is your laugh?
Probably pretty loud.
Okay. Tamamo will kind of look over at Cassandra and be like, It's another raised eyebrow, which she'll keep to herself.
Cass has sort of flitting emotions sometimes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Flitting emotions.
Rhiannon and Fergus step into class.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sinclair Barnes.
Are you doing
Cassie.
Fergus?
What did Kat say?
I'm saying, how are you doing, Fergus?
Been better. Just really tired.
Yeah.
Rhiannon said something.
I was just waiting.
You can go.
Cassie, how are you?
She'll try and mimic Cass and she'll go, hi.
Hi.
Did you want something?
Well, you're in a mood today. And it's not even 1 o'clock yet.
I don't know why you're here.
Kat,
You're gonna slap
from
against Cass's arm.
Kat, like just a little T. You look from the outside and can see, Gwyn pretending to be Cass, and you're like, I don't act like that. It's a little odd to see the way that Gwyn mimics you from the outside, and there might even be a sense that maybe Gwyn is trying to even do something malicious to you, making fun of you.
She's gonna act like everything's fine. She's gonna put her arm around herself, but she's gonna do it in such a way that her hand is underneath her hair and pinch her skin.
Ow! Gwyn, what are you doing?
Nothing. You had a little thing on your neck. I just happened.
in that moment, like the mask drops and her acting kind of went away for a second, and she tries quickly to return to what she was doing. She'll say, Rhiannon, just go away. I don't want to talk.
Fine, we won't talk. I'll go to the far corner.
Oh, she was saying that towards Rhiannon.
Hey,
Rhiannon's gonna look around, and then she's gonna go back to the doorway and wait for Wilfred to get into the classroom because she knows he's gonna show up late.
Walking in from the back, Wilfred is walking with Eric. By now, they should just give you a 10 punch card or something. You should get something special next time you end up in the hospital wing.
Eric is munching on an apple that he took from breakfast, and he's just saying, so what happens when I get all the punches? They send me on my way with a lollipop?
More like they finally admit you to St. Mungo's.
Well,
Janice Thickley Ward, I think.
Well, I am very handsome. They can't all have that just out in society without some protective measures taken.
Heard that Gilderoy Lockhart was in the Janice Thickley Ward. Maybe the two of you can stare lovingly at yourselves in the mirror together.
Oh, just as long as you write me letters every now and again.
Dude, I'm loving the hair. You think that I should grow mine out?
I don't know. How long you think you might want to grow it out?
Like long.
Tell you what, I don't let anybody do this. Anytime you want, you can borrow my comb.
He puts one hand on his heart and the other one on your shoulder. Eric, marry me.
We'll start planning the wedding after class. How's that sound?
Perfect. And Rhiannon, you can hear the two of them down the hall.
She'll like pop her head out of class and like lean against the door frame.
Morning, Wilfred says and tries to walk past you.
She grabs his arm. Eric, do you mind if I borrow him for a second?
I was gonna sit with Eric today, so...
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. Eric's my bestie.
Insight check?
Go ahead.
15.
She is gonna steal him and is gonna give him an earful, it seems.
Eric's just saying, okay, what weird thing is going on between you two?
Oh, we're betrothed.
No way. I thought we were gonna get married. I had my dress picked out and everything.
I mean, I don't see why we can't all get married.
And Eric gives Wilfred that look like, okay, genuinely dropping all the shit for a minute that he's done before whenever they get up to mischief. And he's just gonna say, dude, seriously, if you're like in trouble or something, then I can maybe help.
He tries to blink in Morse code.
Can I decipher what he's trying to say?
Make a Muggle studies check.
Okay, that makes sense. 16.
He doesn't know Morse code.
He spells out S-O-T.
S-O-T. Huh. I think... Can I make an insight check to figure out what that means?
You have no idea what it means. Out of character, you just failed to do it correctly.
Oh, he's trying to do SOS.
Yes.
All right, so I think Eric will nod, and like he's still munching on the apple, and now he has moved on to fully eating the core of the apple, and now he's just gonna say, "Oh, for crying out loud, what is going on here? Look, if it's something weird, I'm not gonna rat you out."
Not for
He
nothing.
grabs both of you and pulls you away to the side. Who do we just lose?
Sikrin, they have to go to bed.
Siquin.
Cool.
All good. He pulls you both to the side. Cassandra and Gwyn need to learn to live with themselves. And I bought a very fun little thing from Weasley Wizard Wheezes that was on... Well, it was on clearance because they got discontinued.
Oh, okay.
Are
So
you
what does it
familiar with the
do?
term burying the lead, Wilfred?
Cassandra is in Gwyn's body and Gwyn's in Cassandra's body.
Oh, so I shouldn't have told Cassandra that I took that vial off of Gwyn.
We were talking about Billiam. We shared
Oh,
Billiam.
Oh, well, I told her that Gwyn bought the vial from Billiam and was going to use
this
it to
is a
impress
shit show.
Juniper.
Okay, how long does this last?
I don't know.
Wilfred.
They got discontinued.
Okay, well, it was a clearance bin?
No. It was like the last of them.
Right. So it would have had a box, presumably with directions.
Yeah, it did.
Yes. And that those directions would have told you that two people should drink them, right? And they switch.
Probably if I read it.
You're so lucky you're pretty.
Wilfred, you keep asking me why I don't always want to go on these adventures with you. This right here, this is why.
Don't tell anybody. I could get in a lot of trouble for doing this.
Wow. So could I. Why would I tell anyone?
We just gotta go on like everything's completely normal. And I'm sure that whatever issue they have will work itself out.
Well, you realize, of course, that when we're not suspicious about what's going on, that becomes more suspicious.
Act casual, okay? You can hear the bell go boom, boom.
Okay, Wilfred and you and I are going to hit the books and figure out a way to undo this. Later.
I will meet you there.
Yes.
And Eric holds out his hand and says, "Only shake if you mean it."
I think I have to go sit down.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm going to go find Nolan.
I'll hit the books. I'll let you know if I find something.
Don't tell Nolan. You're not allowed to tell Nolan.
Tell anybody, because then it's my problem too.
Hey.
I think Fergus is also just riddling Gwyn and Cass with just questions of why their stuff's wrong. It's like, why are you guys sitting on the opposite desks today?
We thought a change up would be very helpful for us to understand each other better.
Yeah. Or she'll say, and she'll drop like a quill on the floor. She's still like rubbing her neck from before where it got pinched. And she'll look Gwyn right in the eyes and cast Accio at the pen.
You also part your guys' hairs in different ways today.
Fergus, do you have questions? So go bug
Cassandra's hair is actually combed. Gwyn's
Like,
hair is all like frizzy.
a little messy. Just a little.
She doesn't have any makeup on. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cassandra has makeup on.
What?
Theo, you notice Cassandra has makeup on. You don't normally see her so done up. Oh, Theo, are you not here? Hello? I'm gonna guess that
silence.
Theo's BRB. Evelyn, you notice that Cassandra has makeup on.
Oh, Evelyn will like kind of squint at that. And can I do a perception check to have seen Rihanna and Wilfred and Eric skulking together?
Just what's your passive?
So they
So no, but you can see them come down and sit down around the same time.
Cassandra, you look nice today.
She'll give you a half smile, and she'll kind of like mutter, "Gwen did it for me."
Oh, so you're friends with Gwen now.
Yeah, whatever.
All right. She'll like kind of roll her eyes at the attitude there.
Gwen
And
Gwen, the one you see is Gwen, is going to stand up and walk out of the room. She's not going to be here for the class.
Wait, that's
what
a
class is
Shit,
this?
Cassandra,
Yeah.
that's gonna be your grade.
No. Cass will get up and try and stop her.
That's detention.
Gwen, no.
What
you can't
class
leave
is
class.
History magic, McLean.
Shut up. That was out of character.
I figured you know your classes.
But yeah, Cass gets up and says, "Gwen, please, you're gonna ruin my grade."
I don't see how that's my problem right now.
You told me to act like you. I'm just acting like you.
I am really happy you were honest about that. And she's going to sprint as far away as she can.
May I attempt a reaction?
Yeah,
Do I
what
hear
is
this
it?
conversation happening?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
Make a perception check.
Luck point. 12.
It's your last one, huh?
No, they refresh on a long rest.
On the 12? Yeah.
Yes.
No, unfortunately, you do not
Damn it.
hear them when they're talking. So,
I'll cast. I'll attempt to cast Flipendo just to trip her, and then not trying to hurt her or anything, because that's my body. Also, I care about her, but that's what she'll try to do.
I was gonna approximize the door shut.
oh my gosh, they're already fighting. Drusilla says from nearby.
I think Ferguson will yell, like, stop, or I'm going to have to call the teacher.
Professor Binns! They're fighting! Professor Binns! Quiet down, please.
At some point, I'd like to take a seat, like right behind Rhiannon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Evelyn will take her seat and kind of lean forward. So, what was that little discussion you had earlier while Cassandra and Gwen were acting strange?
Sorry, who was she talking to?
Rhiannon.
Okay.
Jess, are you here? We might have to return to that scene in a minute. She might be AFK.
No, she's moving around in Power Washer right
I'm
now.
back. I'm back. I'm back.
I was like, I just saw her.
Yeah, please repeat. Sorry, I was
No problem.
Lost in the sauce.
Evelyn will like take a seat behind Rhiannon on one of those. It's platforms, isn't it, in this class?
Yeah, it's a amphitheater basically. So
Yeah. So she'll take the seat behind Rhiannon and kind of lean down forward, and so that she's like right next to her ear. So, what was that little conversation you had with Wilfred and Eric while Gwen and Cassandra were acting strange?
Oh, we were discussing mine and Wilfred's proposal plans. Eric was going to be best man.
Oh, you're rejecting me?
I know. I'm so sorry. My father
It's
has very high
okay.
standards, and has an important last name.
Of course,
Oh.
of course. I'll just visit you at nights. Anyways, what was it really about?
Sorry, that got me.
Repeat, Brooke. Very
What
last
was it
time.
really about?
Okay, so, and she's gonna look around just to make sure that no one's listening. Apparently, actually, she's gonna go look over at Fergus, who is probably looking like he's not paying attention.
His
Yeah.
ears are twitching.
Yeah, his ears are
my
twitching.
my ears are twitching right now.
The satellites are going.
Yeah,
so
I think.
him.
Go ahead.
She looks over at Fergus, and then like eyes him, and then eyes Evelyn, and like gives her a look, and then says, so word around the castle is that some people are not exactly happy with the state of affairs here at Hogwarts. Since, Professor Sprout got retired, they said that they might be looking into replacing some of the old faculty. Give it a fresh, younger experience.
I'm gonna insight this.
Apparently, according to Wilfred, the caretaker's next on the chopping block.
Fergus,
Yes.
make a perception check.
I gotta make okay.
Can I do a reverse help action?
Reverse health action. Oh, that's a 15.
No, not good. 15. You overhear Rhiannon say this. That's just in the background. Continue.
I got a 10 on my insight. Oh, well, fingers crossed.
Indeed. In fact, it didn't come from Wilfred. Apparently, Wilfred heard it from some of the faculty. They were walking out of their little lounge area and discussing it.
I might have heard Dildro say something about that.
There are some people who say that they are getting a petition together to try to save some of these people's jobs, but others say that Mr. Filch isn't quite as well liked as a lot of people should want to believe, and probably won't get any signatures.
Right. That's all very riveting news. She'll lean back in her seat for glass.
Rhiannon will grin and like pat her her notebook down.
Right. In the background, History of Magic check class was happening. In the cold months around September of 1289, the first International Warlock Convention took place in the beaches of Regulum, Sicily, to discuss the political climate of the Muggles. Theo, on your desk, Logan begins to nod off. Head down onto the desk, onto your left, and a pool of drool starts pushing out onto your homework.
I think Theo will attempt to honestly epoximize his notebook to Nolan to Logan,
Logan's
and he'll
face.
just push it. Yeah, Logan's face, and just slowly push him. And I think he's just gonna look around for anybody who is sleeping, and will attempt to approximize or augmentate their face, just to wake them up. But he would like to be stealthy about it.
Yeah. Among the many people who fall asleep in this class, quite often, you can see Wilfred is king among them, probably purposefully coming out here to go to sleep. Meanwhile, other people like Janice never falls asleep because she takes wide eye potions, and others. Levi is fast asleep as well from Slytherin House.
Ooh, Theo would like to write a letter to. He's gonna write essentially like a letter, a fake letter, and put it into what do you call it, Levi's pocket. He's not going to
Ooh.
approximize him or anything like that. He is just going to write a fake love letter to somebody. I'll give you the name later, but he's going to put that in Levi's pocket, and
Love
then
it.
he's just going to return back to whatever he was doing.
Make a sleight of hand check. I see someone's talking to you. I saw this earlier. Wands and Whispers, aka Gossip Girl Hogwarts. This is the Gossip Girl Hogwarts game, apparently. The evolution of King Edward I came as an act of political sabotage to the Sardinian sorcerers and attendants who wore red in defiance of the writ of acceptable attire of 1123. 1243, we see. Everyone please make a con save. Unless you have key.
Dirty 20.
Theo got
Damn.
a 12 on that sleight of hand.
I have an unorthodox question.
That's successful. Yes, Eric.
Could Eric just like not be paying attention to the class in favor of trying to devise a way to unswap our two hapless potion victims?
If you're in the class, then if you're in proximity of bins, you're in the range of the
Oh, okay.
of the
it's one of
effect.
those.
So
17.
you would have to leave class, which like obviously you can quite easily, but then your grades are gonna tank.
I rolled a 1. Now
You
I'll
already
do it.
rolled a 1?
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll burn through all my luck points just with this.
That's already a T, so you may as well.
Oh, am I already a T? Oh,
Yeah, if you rolled a 1. Yeah.
Screw it. Luck point.
Oh.
10.
Yeah, that's an A. At least you're passing.
All right, cool.
You do fall asleep though around halfway through the class.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, I got Eric and I got Evelyn. Tamamo's not here, so I'll place that as a question mark. Theo, what did you get on your con save?
17.
17. You got an E there. Theo's done. Fergus.
I got a 7. I inspoed it and got a 7.
P. You fell asleep.
Wait, full T? Fuck. Oh, I
No,
don't wanna-
P.
Oh, God. I was about to be like, fuck.
You were about to go into a whole mental crisis, dude.
I was, dude. Oh my god. Like,
I
Fergus
could
cares so
feel
much about
you
these
like
grades.
revving up.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Gwyn's grade decreases. Starts off the year with a T for not being here. Cassandra, you also are not here, right? Dylan?
Yes, I left to go follow Gwen.
You also start the year with a T. Rhiannon,
A 15.
you stay awake, you have an E.
Can I get a quick grades check?
Sure. So we've only done 2 grades this year. We've only done
Really?
DADA in herbology class. Oh no, DAD. We did DADA, herbology, and history magic. So those ones for you, Evelyn,
A
are
lot of
an
role
O
play.
for DADA, a E for herbology, and an O for history and magic.
Wonderful.
Doing
I'm
great.
on the right track. Okay.
Ben's is
Trying to
gonna
get
be so.
Diafate.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, someone say something?
I was just making a joke that Ben's is gonna be disappointed with Gwen. That's the best friend he's ever had here.
She actually listens to me. All right.
The real joke here is that Dylan downtimed bins, so it's gonna force me to write a bins downtime.
I've done that before, and I still haven't gotten that downtime.
Yeah,
So
I
it was in a
don't.
different world,
I
but it's
didn't even.
it was a different world back then.
Which, Theo, you didn't get any your downtime in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very useful. They're a lot of fun
Mhm.
for getting closer to NPC. So I just wanted to remind you to get that in, and then at Jess when you do, hopefully she'll be able to do it before next session.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It just helps to immerse people in the world. Really, really helpful for new players. Oh my gosh, chicken! I love that. Could you keep it down? I'm trying to be boring.
Yep.
That's exactly it. Gwyn, as you and Cass are running around, fighting in the hallways, honestly, uh, Cassandra, you're running after Gwyn, and as we are like nearing the viaduct bridge, Gwyn suddenly stops, and I want Gwyn to make a dex save.
Dex save.
Okay, you mean Cass Gwen.
Am I using my stats or Gwyn's stats?
Gwyn's stats.
Okay. You'll have to tell me what I roll.
Mm-hmm. Just roll a d20 and then.
It is a 16 on the die.
+2.
So it's an 18.
Okay. You like stop just before careening over the edge of this bridge. You're quite far out, and Cass, or Dylan, you're a little confused. I'll use your real names. Dylan, you're a little confused. You see she suddenly stopped in place. You can see her grabbing her leg and trying to pull and pull, and she can't move. And that's when you hear, "Don't worry, Cass, I got it." And Gemma walks down the steps onto the bridge behind you with her wand pointed over toward Gwyn. You can run along now.
Thanks. And she'll run off to Gwen.
No, like she's like, you can get the fuck out, Cassandra.
Oh. She'll kind of like she'll just push Gemma. That's what she'll do. Leave me alone.
I think if you take any kind of like motion toward her, she already has her wand out. She pulls it and pushes it right toward your chest. I'm doing you a favor.
This is
all
not
right.
This is not your problem.
Cassandra, not everything's about you. And she's going to walk away. And Dylan, Gwyn, real Gwyn, see a bit how people treat Cassandra. The kind of way that they mark her off. And Gemma marches forward toward Gwyn. Gwyn, or real Cassandra I'm talking to here.
Mm-hmm.
You can see Gemma coming up to you, and you think about all of the shit that Gwyn has done to spite her, and fuck. You look behind there, and you can see yourself, kind of still deciding on exactly what to do, and you're not sure if Gwyn, real Gwyn, is going to come to your aid or not. And as Gemma comes closer to you, that's where we're going to end our episode.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, you're gonna get killed.
Oh my god, you're
Cliffhanger.
gonna get boxed up.
Oh my gosh.
If anybody gets hurt from this, Wilfred is no longer allowed to borrow my comb.
If only there was a
Okay,
caretaker around.
What spell did she use on me?
Fellowship.
Okay, so I have upper body movement, so I can grab Gwyn's wand. Got it.
Yes, you can try. But we'll see how that plays out next episode. Thank you everyone for playing. And thank you for the few people who stopped by to watch. There's Maya and Faith. I didn't see this, but when we showed off the new art for Neville Longbottom. Hello, sailor! Okay. Goodbye, stream. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.